Now, I would like to invite our Registrar Professor O. I request Professor S. Vijayabas. I request our monk to come onto the dais. I request Sri Vamsi Krishna Raila, CU SPU Musa to come onto the dais. Let's start the program with a prayer by Vaishnavi from 3rd year ECE, followed by lighting of the lamp. Srikaram, Siva Srikaram, Kripa Sukrita Nikarava Srikaram, Sritaloka Kimira Divakaram, Srikaram, Siva Srikaram. Sarasija Prajanikaram Chimpayami Saraswati Chimpayami Saraswati Tava Charu Susmita Kaumadam Chimpayami Saraswati Tava Charu Susmita Kaumadam. And guided 35 students for PhD. He completed handling of 12 major research projects funded by UGC, SIR, and MHRD research program of 100 crore. He visited several countries like Singapore, Hong Kong, Japan, Switzerland, Italy, etc. Vijay Bhaskar garu, Dean RME to welcome address the Very
good morning to all of you. Respected Vice Chancellor, Dr. V. Srikant Reddy garu, my beloved colleague from the Physics Department and Registrar, Professor O. Hussain, and today's guest here from the industry, Lakshmi Padileti is a past president of ITProFound, and today's keynote speaker, Mohan Krishna, the founder CEO of ITProFound, and my colleague, Vamsi Krishna Raila, the CEO of RUSA project. The invitees, experts from industry, students, IT professionals, and all the students from engineering college as well as MBA and other colleges, and ladies and gentlemen. So I welcome all of you for this today's workshop on Industry 4.2 and also the interaction of students with industry. Once we will name Industry 4.0, many things will come into picture. Automation is the biggest one we are talking about today. So all the automation is related with Industry 4.0. And you are talking about artificial intelligence, machine learning, IoT, networking, and all those things are basically a part of Industry 4.0. From a system of manufacturing to an automation, in between you are losing the man and machines, but the technology is coming. That's one of the key points what we are understanding, how to cope up with this technology. The other point what I would like to see from the program is the technology transfer and industry collaboration and placement, entrepreneurship and startup ecosystem in the university. Now when you look at the total scenario in the university system, and I don't know the scenario on the outside also, fortunately, unfortunately, the whole system is moving out towards IT only. Computer science, computer science, computer science. One branch, second branch, third branch. Maybe engineering colleges, there are no takers for the core courses like ECE, EEE, civil, mechanical and all those things. So there is a need to shift from our understanding of the core subjects to the application point of view. I'm not saying that you should not understand core subjects, but somehow we are led to the system where we are driven towards the IT, computer science and other things. When you talk about the companies, most of the companies are here. I welcome all of you, sir. The thing what we are seeing is there is a lot of increase in the number of IT companies. There is no much balance when you compare to the other companies to the IT companies. So the professionals, we are going towards the IT professionals, we are going towards automation, we are going towards artificial intelligence. But when you see the situation in the academia, we are not moving much faster. If industry is going like a Vande Bharat train, academia is going like a passenger train. That is a problem what we are facing. Industry is much faster, but we are not able to catch up the industry requirements and demands. So the students, our curriculum also has to be revised. And unfortunately now, the curriculum or education system, I always get it out. Is our education system is a knowledge-based platform or economy-based platform? Now people are not asking how much knowledge you got. People are asking how much package you are getting. That is the situation we are going now. How much of pay, 90K or 100K or what is your package? So there is always a need to balance the two systems now. We need not sacrifice our core subjects, we need not sacrifice our fundamentals, we need not sacrifice the other disciplines. But of course we need to catch up with the Industry 4.0. So this is a platform where the industry professionals will talk to you the readiness of the student. Because once you complete your BTech or go to your MBA degree and other things, is you are ready for the industry requirement. That is a question they are asking. Many companies, when we talk to them, they say that, sir, we don't have any time to give a training and take it student. We cannot spend 6 months or 1 year and a graduate giving a training to do our requirements. So they want a ready-made solution. They want the graduate to come and immediately take up the job and deliver the thing. So to that extent we have to go. That's one important point. So the students here, you have to see what are the job opportunities, how the things are improving. Based on that, how do you acquire your skill base? That is the focus of today's discussion, I understand. And with these people sitting here, industry people, so we look at you to give us some scope of improving our curriculum, where we can start few courses on industry-based orientation. It is not purely academia-centric courses, but few courses where there is job employment is there. We can plan, the university is ready, our administration is very positive. We are ready to adopt few courses. Recently we have started MS in data science. Similarly, we are also planning for a course on virtual production. So similarly, many other ideas are there. Any course which you think is useful to the students, we are ready to adopt that. And the technology transfer is one last point I would touch, because I don't know it is the outbound transfer or inbound transfer. So from academia to industry or industry to academia, these two things we have to discuss, because to make a startups here, we create an ecosystem, our technology transfer may not be sufficient. So I request you to make an inbound technology transfer things and then help the university in getting this ecosystem, employment and industry connect to the academic curriculum. So with this small note, I welcome all of you for this meeting. Thank you one and all for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much.
So myself, I call upon Sushmita from third year Chitli to read a brief profile about Dr. O. Mohammed Hussain Digital Speech.
Experience of 29 years. His specializations and research interests are transition metal oxide nanomaterials, solid-state microbatteries, supercapacitors, photo and electrochromic windows, and gas sensors.
Honorable Vice Chancellor, Associate Professor S. Devastar Rao, Dean R&D, Mr. Lakshmi Ajileti, past President, and the industry officials from DNI and Guru, ex-affiliates, CMA, CEO, Corporation, ITProFound, and alongside I am the CEO of our own RUSA program, the faculty members, and my dear students. Good morning to all. Heartily welcome to this program to all of you. It's a wonderful program arranged for the benefit of students and also for the benefit of industry. It is an excellent program because it's all the order of the day, which is very essential to have a coordination of the academic institution with the industry to take the technology to higher heights, which is very essential. Of course, universities are being run with the traditional courses most of the times, but the trend has been changed by adopting the national education policy in recent times. The curricula are completely changed. And we are aiming at training the students to obtain their skills to stand before the advanced society, to seek employment. So in this venture, university is also thinking in the right perspective to train our students and to the required level. In recent times, as Vijayabhasna rightly said, that there is a very essentiality to have an integration or to have full coordination to run the educational programs, taking the interest of the industry, which is very, very essential. So in this aspect, in the recent times, taking the new advances in science and technology, we have opened a new course, MSc Data Science, and also recently we have a thing, we are now establishing the Millet Center, National Institute of Electronics and Information Technology, with a 10 course budget. We are now establishing in our SU University campus, which is very essential to train the students, 1,000 students per year in electronics. So one side, of course, the new trends, people are just talking about the computer science and related subjects, data science, artificial intelligence, and so on. But on the other side, it is not essential to have an equipment with many gadgets and sensors to transform our ideas towards technology. This is very, very essential. So probably
Maybe we are also thinking to have a separate cell for technology transfer. Maybe a separate cell, maybe we are going to establish in the university. And where the students can post their ideas and see that the ideas will be realized in the campus itself. It may be on the software side, developing a program, or it may be developing of a gadget, it may be development of a sensor, it may be development of some idea, other matter. Because one thing I can specifically say, in our campus, all the basic courses which gives the primary knowledge to think our ideas according to the present technology are there. We have mathematics, applied mathematics, statistics, physics, and chemistry. So, and in the natural science, almost all the subjects are there. Biochemistry, biotechnology, microbiology, industrial microbiology, virology, all these courses to take these natural sciences stream. And the third category, we have all engineering sections. So all we have the circuitry branch and non-circuitry branches also. These are the three halves, and the fourth one, to promote, we have management college also. So students of all categories are available in university. And we are all providing all the facilities to promote research. And we have established a research center, and we have finance center, and we are going to establish daylight center. But it is the right time now for the students, and industry must also come forward to help us in this direction. How best that we can utilize the students' knowledge. Now I request even all the industry people who are sitting here, sir, you suggest us what modification that we can make in the curricula. Maybe we can add, say for example, mathematics and statistics with data science. Now this is the original trend in software. All IITs, they have opened MS program in this direction. And the chemical industry side, we have the expertise, organic chemistry, inorganic chemistry, physical chemistry, and so on, material science. And there is a possibility that make use of this, and then industry-related subjects, maybe one or two papers, we can include in the curriculum. Similarly, engineering also, to train the students physically to get laboratory experience, we are opening the minute sector. So, it's all very essential, the order of the day, to meet the order of the day now, to take our students by including maybe a 10 to 20% of the modified syllabus into that, so that the training programs will be effective and the student will obtain the skill and knowledge-based education. And with that, I think our university students can stand as the front runners to develop the science and technology in the world. So, I earnestly request all the members come over here, and industry personnel in particular, please suggest our students, suggest the administration also to take the educational upskilling programs much better in future in the academic years. So with this, I once again welcome all the institutes, all the officials, faculty members, and the students. Take this opportunity, and then at least if one idea, two ideas comes forward, I think we are very interested to implement in the university to uplift the skill of our students in the university campus. So thank you very much for giving this opportunity.
Thank you so much for addressing the gathering, sir. Now I invite Sri Vamsi Krishna Raya, CEO, SPU, sir, to address the gathering.
Professor Vijay Bhaskar, Dean R&D, who are there behind me or helping me in driving the whole process of RUSA activities all the way. And my industry colleagues, Lakshmi Padleki, who is ITProFound past president, and Mohan Krishna, who is founder of ITProFound, CEO of the ITProFound, and all my industry colleagues in the auditorium and all the students from different verticals. This is a great moment in having you all here to have this Industry 4.0 session, a different mitigation of having different industries talking about the careers and the industry requirements of the students or the careers. So I mean, it is a great platform where students will interact with this industry specialists in understanding how they have to plan their careers. Without taking much of your time, I wanted to continue with the next session. So because there is valuable speeches next to me. So I thank you all for coming all the way, and you'll have a great day today. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I call upon Havila from Florida Civil to read a brief profile about Sri Lakshmi Perileti, former President Chico.
Who was the founder and CEO for Suja USA and India operations. He had around 25 years of IT experience, worked in big companies like IBM, Satya, Oracle. He was the former president of TCO-AP. He is a part of Oracle Worldwide OTM User Board member. He presented papers on supply chain and IT industry in various international platforms. Thank you. Now I invite Sir Lakshmi Perileti to address the gathering.
Respected dignitaries from the dais, colleagues from the industry, experience, good morning. I won't take much time, but I would like to, as Mr. was talking about, give some solutions to the students and to the university. So I would like to straight away come to the point where I've seen recently where my son joined in the college. They have the clubs. These clubs are helping them a lot in terms of, those are not part of the curriculum and those are not having the grades in the curriculum, but those clubs are really helping them to grow and show their talent, to improve the skills. Basically, as an entrepreneur, when the student comes to me with his resume, I don't really look at whether he's a civil background or mechanical background or computer science background. But my biggest thing is he having any additional interest apart from the regular course? That kind of a skill that puts me to a little bit of interest towards that skill. So those kind of students, and I hope the university will also give some push to them. If there is any need from the industry side, we are more than happy to give either internships or any kind of a training, especially I'm a supply chain background and the IT. Anything related to that, please let me know.
Suspita from Florida Tripoli to read a brief profile about our Vice Chancellor Professor V. Srikanth Reddy garu.
Srikanth Reddy garu, Vice Chancellor of Sri Venkateswara University, during his long career of 30 years as lecturer, associate professor, and professor in the Department of Psychology in Sri Venkateswara University, Tirupati, he proved himself as a good teacher, researcher, and an able administrator with a student-friendly approach. He held many administrative and academic positions in the university. Currently, he is the Vice Chancellor of Sri Venkateswara University. Thank you. I invite Professor V. Srikanth Reddy garu to address the gathering.
Distinguished guests, esteemed experts, and captains of the industry, my dear student friends, ladies and gentlemen, I am really truly honored to stand before you today on this occasion of a national conference of Industry 4.0, a gathering which represents the convergence of innovation, research, and the future needs of the industry and future directions for the higher education system in India. This event is organized by Institutions of Innovation Council, RUSA, and SPU Research and Innovation Foundation, in association with the Technology Companies Association of Andhra Pradesh and ITProFound, an IT company based in the United States, founded by our own alumni. Industry 4.0 is not just a buzzword, it is a transformative wave that is sweeping across the global landscape, revolutionizing the way we conceive, design and operate industries. Today, we find ourselves in the focal point of unprecedented technological advancements and that are reshaping the fabric of our society and economies. The fusion of digital technologies, automatization, artificial intelligence, data analysis have given birth to a new era of smart and interconnected systems of industry and higher education. Earlier, when a student comes to a higher education system, he tries to learn the traditional courses. They will learn the basic principles of different disciplines and then go for search of the jobs, and they will be recruited by the companies into these jobs, which need to train them to suit their requirements, or they need to provide certain certificates, or they have to take extra courses which will make them enabled to be recruited in various companies. And now, because of this diversity of the technological revolution and the intricate wovenship of various factors, now the industries are coming forward to tell the higher education system what they require, what type of a manpower they require, and the skills which they wanted. And now the higher educations are thinking of sea change in the type of curriculum they are going to offer. In simple words, higher education systems are going to offer you the courses and the skills, we train you in skills which are required for the modern industry. And this is the transition period which has been highlighted by the new education policy. I think you know, Andhra Pradesh being the first state to adopt and implement the new education policy, which emphasizes on internship. That means where the students will be having a hands-on experience about what the skills they learn from the basic knowledge which they acquired in the first few semesters of their course. They will just go to the field, they will be in internship and try to acquire those skills or see how the basic knowledge which they acquired in the college level will be helping them to do a particular task in a real life situation. So this gives us a very good. Earlier, internship was only part of medical field, where they used to go for house surgery and train themselves. Now, it is not only for the medical field, where we are trying to introduce, or we have already introduced, to take up internship in the last semester of your graduation and also in post-graduation. We are trying to offer you internship and thus equip you to face the real life situation and be equipped to be absorbed and retained by the companies. Because today when you look into the some of the important developments in India, one of the things is where we have an unprecedented surge creation of startups, what we call it as. And it started, if I want to tell you, in somewhere around 2014, and it has been continuing. But I can't review everything, but if you look at the 2023 reviews and what has happened, we find that there is some concerns in the fundings coming from the startups. And you know, the funding has certainly reduced by 2020, which was there very much in 2020. If there was an unprecedented increase in startups, and slowly the things have come down, but doesn't mean that we are losing it, because we have certain startups which have made well good progress even during this lean period. But all these things were only possible because of the various technological developments which have happened, and there are many areas, as Professor Vijay and my registrar were telling you. So it may be mostly in computer-based education system, but doesn't mean that you can't get it in other systems. There are many ways. When you have an innovation in doing anything, you will be always welcome. So many of us, we have a functional fitness. We psychologists call it functional fitness. For example, we use a particular article for a particular function which was devised. And you can't think beyond it. Now the day comes where the technology or this conclave where we have arranged to meet the experts from the industry will be telling you the unusual ways of doing the things which you have been doing earlier. For example, you talk about a chalk piece. Chalk piece has been devised to write it on a blackboard. But today, we have multiple uses of chalk piece. And a person who tries to tell the other use of the chalk piece which nobody has used will be the most creative. And this creative will be the helpful way to start your startup. I think your experts today, whom you are, who are going to address you, will be telling you what are their requirements, what are the aptitudes they expect from you, what are the abilities which they want from you, and what are your dispositions with product. Because this is the most crucial factor for retaining you in a company, and thus once they retain you in a company, naturally it grows. So likewise, we have many things which are happening because of this startup. The economy of India has also increased, though there were some shortfalls in it, but the shortfalls were in Mumbai and Bangalore, but Chennai, the shortfalls are less, and the economy was growing much in Chennai, which indicates that you are close to Chennai, and we have very dynamic captains of industry in Tirupati who are young, and one is come from a very close by Erpedu, and also his village has seen the people who have grown up as an entrepreneurs in Karnataka and other places. I think with all their knowledge and their insights into these things, you will be gaining much knowledge which will be helping you to it. So I am very glad that this Technology Companies Association from Andhra Pradesh and Sri Venkatesh University have entered into a memorandum of understanding long back, at least 1.5 years back. We have all entered into it, and we are going to foster for joint research initiatives, and this research initiatives, I believe, will assimilate the talent and enhance the skill power of the students of our university, I think with their association. And many of you may not be thinking, you may be thinking that Bangalore is a technology hub, or Hyderabad has great opportunities for people with IT professions. But my dear friends, I tell you, Tirupati is a thriving hub for innovation and employment. The employment, IT sector, jobs have increased in Tirupati, and you need not really strive. Look at Hyderabad to go over for a better job. I think a day is coming very near where Tirupati is going to be the destination for many IT professionals, and this will be providing a lot of opportunities. because over 30 IT companies and 20 electronic companies are coming and they are operating from Tirupati. This is the scenario of Tirupati, and you are going to it. With all this will help to growth in economic growth of region, and this combined strength of these companies translates to more than 10,000 employment opportunities, if I am right, providing a very rich landscape for our students of Sri Venkatesh University to explore, contribute, and thrive. I congratulate the institutions, Innovation Council, Rusla SVU Research and Innovation Foundation, the Technology Companies Association of Andhra Pradesh and ITProFound for invaluable support and collaboration in making this event possible, and where they try to sensitize you about what they expect from you. That will give you to learn what type of skill you should possess when you go out of the university. The synergy between the academia and research institution and industry are paramount in navigating the complexity of the fourth industrial revolution. I would also like to extend a special acknowledgement to ITProFound, founded by an illustrious and CEO alumni, for not only contributing to the global IT landscape, but also for fostering a connection between our alma mater and ever-evolving world technology. Their success serves as an inspiration to all our students and reaffirms their commitment to SPU to produce leaders who can navigate and excel in the dynamic world of Industry 4.0. As we delve into the sessions and discussion over the course of this conference, let us, all of us, keep in mind that Industry 4.0 is not just a technological revolution, but a socio-economic transformation. It presents challenges, but more importantly, it offers boundless opportunities for growth, innovation, and progress. As we embark on this existing journey of 2 days, let us remember that the success of this collaboration depends on the active participation and engagement of all the stakeholders, which includes you, the students, the faculty, we, the faculty, the industry professionals who are there sitting before us, and the community at large. Together, we can create a synergy that propels us towards new heights of excellence. May the next 2 days be a journey of discovery, collaboration, and inspiration. Let us harness the collective enterprise present in this auditorium to pave the way for the future where technology serves the humanity with innovation and inclusiveness, and where Industry 4.0 becomes a force for the positive change in the society. I thank the organizers for thinking of me to be among us, you all, and I wish you all a fruitful and enlightening proceedings in the 2 days, and where you will all be highly informative and also knowledgeable, and will be fruitful discussions on the 2 days. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your valuable words, sir. Now I call upon Habila, CEO of ITProFound.
Krishna, innovator and entrepreneur with 20 years in business leadership, experience in all aspects of business formation, operation, finance, and management. Visionary innovation strategist with a deep education in research and analytics. Effective communicator and motivator who identifies and leverages assets in teammates to reach organizational goals. Relentless optimist who believes there is no failure but feedback. Thank you. Sir, now I invite you to address the gathering.
Good morning and almost good afternoon. Some of you already chosen. Thank you for being here today with all students from different colleges and His Excellency Vice Chancellor.
His Excellency Vice Chancellor and Lakshmi sir and Hussain sir, Vijay Bhaskar sir and Kamsi Krishna sir and my fellow team members and other entrepreneurs here. Before we start anything, I would like to memorize Guru here. So if everyone just pay a few minutes attention off of your phones, some of your still on phones, unless there is a World Cup going on. Everybody, like I see still the heads are down looking at your phones. Can I have everyone's attention please? You are here? Alright, so this is about Guru. So every day I chant this. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo, Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. I'm very privileged to have one of my guru here who was part of my MBA first semester from Times School of Management in Tirupati, Mr. Uday sir here, and I feel very proud. Sir, please stand up, sir. I mean, my guru definitely feeling much prouder moments as we see other slide. I feel the same way as I was on this dais as a student in 2001 and 2000 as a performance, as I was doing some things here as a student of SP University. And I was from Dr. Agarwaleshwari College, affiliated with SP University. But we were very much connected with SP University. So today, it's definitely a long day, to be honest. Like, there are a lot of things to cover, but as an institution head, VC sir was mentioned, there are a lot of things that we had to cover. But as my experience, I can say that in 2 words. It has to be self-discipline and respect the mentor, respect the guru. Then things can happen everywhere, whatever you deserve. If you don't do those 2 things, no matter how many sessions we can have, it's not going to help you. So we'll talk more once I come back again. There is a long session, so I'm going to cover more. I hope you keep your phones slide in your pockets, so please wait for those moments. And I'm really privileged to have a VC sir talking on this dais, and some of you are still going out and coming back, maybe bathroom breaks, whatever. But I suggest this is the moment. Vice Chancellor is next to Governor. So State Governor is a Chancellor, Vice Chancellor is next to Governor. So this is a prestigious role, and if he is on the dais, everyone is privileged, and this is our fortunate day to have him on the dais, to listen to him. This won't happen very often, I'm telling you. Okay? Please pay attention. Thank you so much, and I'll come back.
Addressing the gathering, sir. Next, we'll be presenting SPEED Awards. SPEED is the Venkateshwara Eminent Enterprise Recognition Awards to the startups and companies in the region.
It's Tirupati sir from MBA department retired, and then we founded this together along with the Rusa team and the SP University. He clearly said, we have to ensure giving the awards to the prominent and good, decent companies in the surrounding who are giving opportunities to the students and giving jobs, and also creating that presence, showing their presence in the region. So we are proud to have having this event here to give the awards, which is being properly guidedly, and we have done a scrutiny with the jury. Thank you very much, and I would like to invite the team to call upon the winners, awardees.
Awards. To collect the award. Most promising data analytics company in the region. Next is Quasigma, the most promising IT company in the region.
Sorry, students. Yeah, okay.
Next is ITProFound Services, the most promising IT telecom services company. It is made for most promising agri startups. Next is Recycle NXT for Next is H-Stream Ventures Private Limited for more promising startups. Our Vice Chancellor and yes. I request our Vice Chancellor. All the teacup heads, please come on to the dais. Next we'll be having Meet the Industry program, guys. I request everyone to please be seated.
Of camera division and visual guys. Awesome. That was a great feeling for us. Like after 5 years of hard work from every one of us. So before I say further, like how many of you do not understand English? I mean Telugu here. Can I have a hand raised? Whoever can't understand Telugu, please. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So a little bit of minority, so I would cover both. The reason is, this is the most effective topic that we are here today. It's not about Industry 4.0 alone, it's not about what we can do, what we need to learn from university or anything. It is about like how much we are ready for any changes that is occurring in the technology or challenges that we are facing. So, hospitality is one of the domains I chose because Tirupati is full of tourism, hospitality, travel, dividends, and the world-renowned organization T2D is doing that for so many decades. So this is a challenge that I personally felt because I came from Tirupati, alumni of this university, and I was looking at what can be done better. So that was the one question. So I got my foothold into hospitality or travel industry in 1994. So this is about exactly 20 years ago. In fact, 30 years ago. Okay? So 30 years ago, we got that foothold and understood like, okay, tourism. So I'll kind of go back and forth Telugu and English to make you guys more effective. Hope my 10 friends are okay with that. But you've been here for some reason, either studies and all, you should be knowing Telugu by now. Somebody is cursing at you, somebody is saying good things at you, right? So my Telugu words are not cursing you or not, so definitely it's not making you any infame in any way. So let me convert in Telugu as well, okay? So ఇక్కడ చాలా మంది మనం యూనివర్సిటీలో డిఫరెంట్ కోర్సెస్ తో మనం జాయిన్ అవుతాం. ఒకటి జాబ్ కోసం కావచ్చు, ఒకటి గవర్నమెంట్ జాబ్స్ కావచ్చు, లేదా ప్రైవేట్ జాబ్స్ కావచ్చు, లేదా ఒకటి ఇంట్రెస్ట్ కావచ్చు. రకరకాల రీజన్స్ తో మనం కోర్సెస్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుంటాం. బట్ అల్టిమేట్ గా మనం ఏం చూస్తాం, when we graduate, what am I going to get? Is the jobs are in government industry or the jobs are in private industry? ఇలా చూస్ చేసుకుంటూ వెళ్తాం. ఒక కోర్స్ అయిపోయినాక ఇంకో కోర్సు, ఎందుకంటే ఇంకా బెటర్గా చదివితే ఇంకా బెటర్గా మంచి జాబ్ వస్తాయి. అంటే మనం చదువుకునేది ప్రతిదీ ఒక జాబ్తో లింక్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం. సో యూఆర్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ నారోయింగ్ డౌన్. అప్ టు 10th క్లాస్ వరకు మనకు 6-7 సబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఉండేవి. ఇంటర్కి వచ్చేటప్పటికి 4 or 5 అవుతాయి. డిగ్రీకి వచ్చేటప్పటికి 3 అవుతాయి. మాస్టర్స్కి వచ్చేటప్పటికి 1-2 అయిపోతాయి. ఆ తర్వాత పిహెచ్డి అంటే ఒకటే. సో అక్కడికి వచ్చేటప్పటికి ఏమవుతుందంటే ఇట్స్ లైక్ అ పిరమిడ్ లర్నింగ్. సో సిమిలర్ వే మనకు జాబ్స్ లో కూడా ఏమవుతుందంటే, జాబ్ యాక్చువల్లీ లుక్ అట్ ద పిరమిడ్ డౌన్, నాట్ ద పిరమిడ్ అప్. సో ఇప్పుడు ఆంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్ ఎవరైనా ఎంప్లాయర్ జాబ్ ఫీల్డ్ లో మేము ఎవరైనా సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలంటే we look from the top to bottom. అంటే మీరు ఎక్కడి నుంచి ఎలా మీ ఫౌండేషన్ ఏర్పడింది, హౌ డిడ్ యూ డూ యువర్ బ్యాచులర్స్, మీరు ఎలా నేర్చుకున్నారు, హౌ డిడ్ యూ రిలేట్ యువర్ కోర్సెస్ విత్ యువర్ అంబిషన్స్, లైక్ ఏదైనా చేయాలన్నప్పుడు ఈ స్కిల్స్ మ్యాపింగ్ మేము చేసుకుంటూ వస్తాం. ఎంప్లాయర్ మోస్ట్లీ లైక్ కామన్ ప్రాక్టీస్ ఫర్ వాట్ ఆఫ్ ఎంప్లాయీస్, వీ హ్యావ్ అ డిఫరెంట్ రౌండ్స్ ఆఫ్ ఇంటర్వ్యూస్. మీకు తెలుసు చాలా ఇంటర్వ్యూ రౌండ్స్ ఉంటాయి. టెక్ రౌండ్ అని, సాఫ్ట్ స్కిల్స్ రౌండ్ అని, లేకపోతే కామన్ సెన్స్ రౌండ్ అని, ఇలా రకరకాలు చేస్తూ ఉంటాం. సో ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఎట్లా ఇండస్ట్రీ 4.2 కానీ దేనికైనా ఎలా లింక్ అవుతాయి అంటే, ఛాలెంజెస్ మారిపోతూ వస్తున్నాయి. ఒకప్పుడు తిరుపతిలో స్మార్ట్ సిటీ పేరు వినేవాళ్ళం కాదు. బట్ లాస్ట్ 5-6 years, ఆల్మోస్ట్ 10 years గా స్మార్ట్ సిటీ వింటున్నాం. బట్ మనకెక్కడ కనబడట్లేదు స్మార్ట్ సిటీ. స్మార్ట్ సిటీ అనేది ఒక పేరేనా, లేకపోతే తిరుపతిలో స్మార్ట్ సిటీ కనబడుతోందా? ఎనీవన్ కెన్ ఆన్సర్ దట్ క్వశ్చన్. స్మార్ట్ సిటీ అనేది పేరేనా, మనకు కనబడుతోందా? కెన్ ఎనీవన్ ఫీల్ ద smartness of Tirupati? That is absolutely happening in TTD, because they actually automated some of your token system, some of the Alibri toll gate system. FASTag is part of a smartness too, right? So the boom barriers are lifting up as soon as we call. So that is what you feel around. And there are some sensors around the Tirupati, like police is doing a cyber security, and police is doing a lot of vigilance on the process. Like they're taking care of Tirupati in such a way that anywhere you leave any luggage and all, they can, auto guys are bringing that luggage and giving it to police station, because they are covered. But you as a localite, you wouldn't see it. But outers who enter into Tirupati, they will witness it. They actually feel it. You see that that's a smart city process. At the same time, a lot of engineering colleges and all, they're adopting that smart city challenges, and they're trying to maneuver or make over some of their courses such a way, మనం దానికి రెడీగా ఉన్నామా లేదా అనే దానికి ప్రిపేర్ చేస్తున్నాం. సో పాయింట్ హియర్, I still see people are moving around. Please be seated. Okay. So industry 4.0, just like మన వివో వర్షన్స్ లాగా కాదు. వివో వర్షన్ ఎవ్రీ 2 months కి ఒక వర్షన్ వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఒక మెగా పిక్సెల్ పెంచడము, లేదా ఫోన్ స్లీక్ చేయడము, లేదా కలర్స్ మార్చడము, లేకపోతే అంతవరకు లేని ఫీచర్ యాడ్ చేయడము చేసి ఒక వర్షన్స్ రిలీజ్ చేస్తారు. But Industry 4.0 అలా కాదు, వరల్డ్ మొత్తము దాన్ని తీసుకోవాలి చేంజ్. సో ఇఫ్ యూ గో బ్యాక్ టు ఇండస్ట్రీ రెవల్యూషన్ ప్రాసెస్, ఎలా రెవల్యూషన్ స్టార్ట్ అయింది, ఇండస్ట్రీ 1.0 ఏం జరిగింది, అప్పుడే like trains start అయింది, like steam engines start అయింది, heavy engines start అవుతూ వచ్చాయి, తర్వాత ఏరోప్లేన్ స్టార్ట్ అవుతూ వచ్చాయి, దెన్ ఇండస్ట్రీ 2.2, తర్వాత 3.2, ఇలాగా ఈ ఎవల్యూషన్ ఆఫ్ మెషినరీస్, హెవీ మెషినరీస్, స్మాల్ స్కేల్ ఇండస్ట్రీస్ ఆర్ టెక్నాలజీ గ్రోత్, ఇంటర్నెట్, ఇలాంటివన్నీ కూడా ఒక్కొక్క వర్షన్ లో పెడతారు అన్నమాట. దానికి కావాల్సిన R&D, every R&D happens in that segment. The whole world is contributing towards that version, not just the Vivo phone or iPhone. The whole world. If you guys come up with one solution part of your startup, that also part of Industry 4.2 addition. Somebody came up with a drone used for agri-tech. For example, earlier people are spraying with the hands and all, and those are like a very dangerous chemicals. People are getting like a sickness and they even die. People చనిపోతున్నారు ఎందుకంటే కెమికల్ కలపడము చల్లడము దీంతో. సో దెన్ దే స్టార్టెడ్ యూజింగ్ స్మాల్ మెషినరీస్ లైక్ ట్రాక్టర్స్ అండ్ ఆల్, స్ప్రే ట్రాక్టర్స్, బట్ స్టిల్ ద పర్సన్ ఈస్ ఇన్ అ ప్రాక్సిమిటీ. Then they started with the remote tractors. So you have a sprayer, then remote control, like a remote car. The tractor was going and spraying it. But that's not enough. So a lot of cost involved, fuel and all the stuff. So then the drone technology came in, picking up the sprayers in a bigger, like at least 5 to 10 liters, and they spray the area. In the area that you kind of design like what is your mapping. So that's the Industry 4.0. So you have to think about it. Am I studying towards anything towards the Industry 4.0 if you're coming from technology? What about people who are coming from non-technology? ఇప్పుడు చాలా మంది ఇక్కడ, ఎంతమంది ఇక్కడ నాన్ టెక్నాలజీ ఉన్నారు? కామర్స్, బిజినెస్, MBAs, ISC, culinary, non-technology. So you guys are end users of the technology or maybe influence of the technology. For example, ISC, Indian School of Culinary, is here. For them, cooking is a science. Recent movies are telling the same thing. There was a movies related about, in Tamil movie there is Annapurneshwari, and the Telugu there was Chetty and Polishetty, and there was a movie. It's all about that culinary skills, chef related. So that skill over there is kind of utilized some of the technology around to make it the precision in the recipes. How much portion they can manage and all that stuff. So the technology being used. Okay, so Industry 4.0 touches every organization, every division, every domain. Without that, the precision is not happening. For various reasons. So MBA side, like a business intelligence. So if you are working in one of the organization, let's say be any of a tech firm, technology in our company is only 40%. I have to tell you this. Even though we are a technology company, 40% we think about technology. Even 60% is business. Who is my customer? What is their business use cases? How they are operating? What is their manpower? What is their operation difficulties are? You understand? Our technology కాదు. That is our daily operation issues. మరి ఇక్కడ చాలా మంది ఐటీ జాబ్లే కావాలి అని కోరుకోవడంలో తప్పు లేదు, బికాస్ దోస్ ఆర్ హై పెయిడ్ స్కిల్. బట్ అట్ ద సేమ్ టైమ్ యూ గైస్ నో people who come from this business intelligence and business ideas, they pay the same level. In our IT field, we call them business analysts. US business analysts make same amount of dollars as a developer, but they are not coming from computer science background. They are coming from purely commerce or electrical, any field. They are even from polytechnic too. They got to be a subject matter expert and they need to know how to analyze the systems. That's it. So if any of you are not from computer science, don't dishearten yourself. And they discourage our work. You can be a business analyst, you can be a business intelligence analyst, you can be a data analyst too. Data analyst అంటే ఏంటంటే వచ్చిన డేటా అక్యురేట్గా ఉందా లేదా, మన ఇండస్ట్రీకి తగినట్టుగా ఉందా లేదా, మన సిస్టమ్స్ తగినట్టు ఉందా లేదా అని మనం వెరిఫై చేసి చెప్పడమే డేటా అనలిస్ట్ రోల్. దానికి కొన్ని టూల్స్ ఉన్నాయి, అది నేర్చుకోవచ్చు. సో ఇండస్ట్రీ 4.2 ఈస్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ వైడనింగ్ అవర్ స్కోప్. ఇట్స్ నాట్ దట్ మనకు తెలియని వర్డ్ కాదు, బజ్ వర్డ్ కాదు. మనం దానికి ఎలాగ ప్రిపేర్ అవుతున్నాము రైట్ ఫ్రమ్ మన లా ఫీల్డ్. ఇక్కడ ఎవరైనా లా ఉన్నారా? లా రైట్. లాలో ఎలా ఉంటాయంటే కేసెస్, ఇప్పుడు సుప్రీం కోర్టులో ఒక కేసు నడుస్తోంది, దే ఆల్ గో బై ఫ్యాక్ట్స్. ఏదైనా ఒక కేసులో తీర్పు, లైక్ సంబడి గివ్ verdict given in a particular case somewhere in anywhere between Kashmir to Kanyakumari, they take that as a norm. That somebody gave a verdict on a particular case, scenario, similar case. So how that data, that much of data be pulled in a minutes of time or in a day? That's where the data intelligence come into the picture. Analytics come into the picture. So if you are coming from a law firm, you are the subject matter expert. Then you need to combine with the data guy, you need to combine with the guy who can write algorithm. Three guys come together and build a system. You guys understand that? అర్థమవుతోంది. టెక్నాలజీ ఒకటే కాదు, టెక్నాలజీ ఓన్లీ లైక్ వన్ సైడ్. తప్పట కొట్టాలంటే రెండు కావాలి. అలాగే బిజినెస్ కావాలి, టెక్నాలజీ కావాలి. దెన్ ఓన్లీ యు ఆర్ సర్వింగ్ ఎ సొల్యూషన్, సర్వింగ్ ఎ పర్పస్. యూనివర్సిటీలో కూడా అంతే. మనం సబ్జెక్ట్ చదవాలి, చేయాలి అంటే ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆల్ what course skills ఏంటి, what is my interest towards it. Is that clear? ఇక్కడ ఉన్న వాళ్ళందరం కూడా we do lot of research on business use cases. మీకుండే చిన్న చిన్న సమస్య, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ somebody you say that నేను చదువుకుంటున్నాను, I'm studying every day, every night, but when it comes to exams I'm not getting them. Why? What is the problem? You guys remember psychology అంటే క్లాస్ వెరిఫై, మనం ఎప్పుడు నేర్చుకునేటప్పుడు the brain takes it in a 3 pockets. Data goes into brain in 3 pockets. A, B, C for example. మీరు బుక్ ఓపెన్ చేసి చదువుతారు, that's a A. ఫోన్ వస్తుంది, that's a B. మళ్ళీ బుక్ చదువుతారు, C. మీకు ఆ టైంలో ఎవరైతే ఫోన్ చేశారో ఆ పర్సన్ మళ్ళీ మీకు గుర్తొస్తేనే A and C కనెక్ట్ అవుతుంది. యూ అండర్స్టాండ్ దాట్? మన బ్రెయిన్లో డేటా ఎలా స్టోర్ అవుతుంది, మనం ఏదైనా చదివేటప్పుడు కానీ ఏదైనా వినేటప్పుడు కానీ. ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడ వచ్చారు మీరు, కొంతమంది ఇలా ఫోన్ చూసుకుంటూనే ఉన్నారు, చెవులు మాత్రం వదిలేశారు, ఇక్కడ కళ్ళు మాత్రం ఫోన్ వెళ్తున్నాయి. ఎలా? కళ్ళు ఏదో ఒక డేటా తీసుకుంటోంది, చెవులు ఇంకో డేటా తీసుకుంటోంది, మొత్తం కిచిడి అయిపోయింది. హౌ డు యూ రిమెంబర్ దాట్? ఇప్పుడు మీ ప్రొఫెసర్ కాలేజ్ ఎవరైనా అడుగుతారు, బాబు నువ్వు ఏం నేర్చుకున్నావు అక్కడ అని. సార్ ఏదో చెప్పారు, ఏదో నేర్చుకున్నాను సార్, ఇండస్ట్రీ 4.1. దానికి కాదు మీరు ఇక్కడ ఉన్నది. యు ఆర్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ అబౌట్ టు గెట్ ఇన్ టు యువర్ కెరియర్. సో వాట్స్ అ జాబ్ అండ్ వాట్స్ అ కెరియర్? జాబ్ ఏంటంటే ఏదో ఒక జాబ్ చేసాము, పే చెక్ వచ్చిందా, డబ్బులు వచ్చాయా బ్యాంక్ అంటే. కెరియర్ వచ్చేసి ఈ జాబ్ ఇది నాకు ఎలా హెల్ప్ అవుతుంది ఫర్ మై లైఫ్ లాంగ్ థింగ్స్. ఎందుకంటే లైఫ్ బ్రింగ్స్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ ఛాలెంజెస్. చాలా మంది ఇక్కడ పెళ్లిళ్ళు అవుతాయి, పిల్లలు వస్తాయి, ఇల్లు కావాలి, కార్లు కావాలి, ఇవన్నీ కావాలి. బట్ ఛాలెంజెస్కి నేను రెడీగా ఉన్నాను. ఐ రెడీ ఫర్ దోస్ ఛాలెంజెస్. అంత నాకు ఫైనాన్షియల్ స్టెబిలిటీ వస్తుందా నా కెరియర్ తోటి? ఐ బీన్ థింకింగ్ ఇన్ దట్ డైరెక్షన్. దట్స్ వెరీ వెరీ కీ. ఇప్పుడు ఇండస్ట్రీ 4.0 మాట్లాడాలంటే దానికి మనం ఎంత రెడీగా ఉన్నాం. ఇప్పుడు నేను బీసీ సార్కి సార్ మా కోర్సులో ఇలా మార్పులు చేయండి, పిల్లలకి ఇలా చెప్పండి అంటే పాపం వాళ్ళేం చేస్తారు. బట్ నేర్చుకోవడానికి మీరు రెడీగా ఉండాలి కదా, మీ ప్రాసెస్లో కరెక్ట్గా ఉండాలి కదా. యూ అండర్స్టాండ్ మై క్వశ్చన్ గైస్ హూ డోంట్ అండర్స్టాండ్ తెలుగు? సో యూ హ్యావ్ టు హ్యావ్ యువర్ ఓన్ డిసిప్లిన్ ప్రాసెస్ టు అండర్స్టాండ్. So I address like ISC here like a culinary. So culinary recipe process is so various. Like the world has so many different recipes, Italian, Chinese, Thai, right? But how do you remember all that? But you need to feel the senses of it. So you are using different senses to put the recipes into the practice. Same with the law, same with the physics, chemistry. You have to add your senses to it. If you are using a chemicals, you need to see the purpose of these chemicals. You need to understand those. ఎంతమంది ఇక్కడ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు, you go to local stores, local factories or local businesses that you offer your volunteer internship. You go there and give a resume, tell them that I don't need salary. I need a couple of hours every day to do some internship work for you so that I can learn the practical things. So that is very important for you because those business owners who invest their money over there, they invest their interest, they invest their career over there, and they're doing the things in the most sensible way. And you want to get connected with them. Not everybody can come to college, university, as we are here today. There are a lot of successful people out there who do not have time to come here and motivate us. Rather, you go to that place, ask them, request them to get an opportunity to work with them. Understood? Again, coming back to Industry 4.0, you are already part of it because you are in that generation. So you are in Generation X, that means Industry 4.0. So you guys are already understand the 5G. Most of you understand 5G as a speed, internet speed. My mobile is loading faster. Even ads are like this. Movie is like someone is buffering, someone is using a Vodafone 5G, they're already watching. Somebody is in, Swiggy order is going, it's loading, but someone is already placed, order is, the guy is ring the bell. That's a 5G speed they show you. But the 5G actually penetrating into industries. Like, for example, if fans Tirupati, then generating a lot of heat in the machine, what are the motor inside. You want to have some sensors. If the fan is continue to run for next 14 hours or 18 hours, that can be a hazard. That heat generated whatever, so you can turn it into a boiling machine like a fire bowl. For that, you need to have some sensors. That's a part of Industry 4.0. That cools down the fan, whatever the heat exerts. Yesterday I met a guy from Reliance Oils, ATF, Air Turbine Fuel. He was next to me when I was coming from Surat to Hyderabad. He was sitting next to me. He was just very normal guy. And he was sleeping. And I woke him up as a food came. He said, no, I'm fine. Then as he woke him up, so I said, I have to apologize because he didn't want to eat, but I woke him up. He lost his sleep after I woke him up. Then I want to say hello. I said hello. Then he was telling, okay, where are you from and all. So he mentioned ATF. That caught my eye. What is this ATF? I never heard of it. So then he was explaining that petrol used in an airplane. For example, every petrol, you saw that even in movies, a hero wants to fire somebody, he put the petrol all the way and he hit here. Then it will go all the way, then he this. But fuel for airlines is like this. It's a conductive. That means you put the petrol, you lit here, that fire comes there. That's the fast. So turbines are generating a lot of static energy. So that becomes the very fireball. So they need to bring down the fuel conductiveness. So this Reliance industry putting their intelligence into it. And he was an ex-Air Force guy. And he's been working for 22 years for Reliance. I asked one question. What keeps you in that company for 22 years? Because nowadays in IT companies or any company, you see hardly people work for 1 year. Then they have a 5 offers in hand and they're jumping like that. But this guy working for 22 years, what makes him work for that long? Didn't have a choices with the technology like this? Boeing, a lot of companies are there, a lot of Shell and all, like they all into fueling. But this guy says, look, I'm happy with the technologies that I'm involved with. And I've been involved with this ATF for 22 years, and I was one of the crucial guys, and I feel very proud what I'm doing. I said proud, okay. We look at what is the bank balance and we switch the things, but this guy was more proud of the thing. But I have to salute him. But the technology, I got his number because I want to know how things work. Now, I want to see where the analytics can come into this ATF world. If the flights are recently, Japan, there was a flight on runway, they hit and everybody was survived. While we were in the flight, air forces were explaining Either exit and how do you get off and if there is an issue and all. Nobody was paying attention. Everybody was into the phone because flight was still on the land, so internet was there. So they're busy with their own usual connections. So I was thinking maybe I can have some QR code based system. I scan the QR code, then video presence in a nice way. Air France does and Lufthansa does now. I travel a lot in Air France. So they made it like a so filmy, like you saw the video, so filmy so people don't want to miss it, like a reel style. And end of it, it's about the safety within the flight. And then you can have a yes or no question. Did you understand? Then you show the yes means green color. Then air hostess can ask, can you show all your cell phone with a green screen? That means everybody understood. You understand that? The same thing happened to Japan. All passengers were very alert and very attentive of the process. Within 3 minutes or less, they evacuated the plane. All 180 passengers were alive. See that moment of thing, if we can communicate very well with the industry technologies, why not we save the lives more like that? Otherwise, kada meer ikkada నేను మాకు యూనివర్సిటీలో సరిగ్గా చదువు చెప్పట్లేదు లేకపోతే బయట ఎక్కడ చదవట్లేదు మీరు చదవట్లేదు ఇవి కాదు మనకు కావాల్సింది. నేను చదువుకున్న టైం మై టైమ్ ఇన్ ఐమ్ ఇన్వెస్టింగ్ బీట్ యూనివర్సిటీ బీట్ ట్రైనింగ్ సెంటర్ ఎనీవేర్ యు ఆర్. How is that time going to compound your returns? మీకు ఆ టైం కాంపౌండ్ అవ్వాలి. So you are learning something, you are talking to somebody, you are listening to something. Is that time is compounding for you as a return of investment for your career? Even first one తెలుసుకుంటే industry 4.0 కాదు 10 వచ్చినా we are ready. Understood? So this was the common problem that I have seen. ఇక్కడే కాదు everywhere, even US లో కూడా అంతే. People are like, they got into many other disturbances. మనం టెక్నాలజీని అనడానికి లేదు. Technology is happening for a reason. In our hand, should we abuse it? Should you use it? Or should we rely on how much? And should we really make ourselves better on it? Okay. Thank you all. I hope I made my point. Please look at yourself, self-discipline, and respect the mentor or guru, whoever is sharing the knowledge to you. Be it your friend, be it your guru, be it your professor. Respect that because they're spending time for you. I hope I covered my points. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, sir. So now we'll move on to the next program, which is Meet the Industry. INC to deliver the talk.
Good morning to you. Yeah. So today's topic is Industry 4.0. You know, the recent developments, there is a technological advancement both in application and manufacturing of any item. For example, if you see today, any item, whatever we purchase, will have a connectivity with the world, and we need to see that their products are highly communicative to the particular application. So, any product, whatever is going to be developed, is to be made in view in such a way that it is to be connected to the world so that it can acquire the various information and it can deliver the various information required to the customers or users. And coming to the manufacturing sector, there is a lot of development in the manufacturing sector. And earlier machines used to be like purely mechanical or electrical or electronics oriented. Today, if you take any equipment, it is a combination of all the different technologies. So of course, as we go through our studies, our professors were telling that we need to make some changes in the curriculum. Definitely it is required. because no more a mechanical engineer can do a mechanical job and gets the work done to the requirement today. At the same time, any other branch, electrical or electronics or some other branch people also they cannot do. A complete solution, they cannot generate a complete solution based on their own knowledge. So now it has become a combination of various technologies. Unless this combination is going to work out well, we are not going to generate a better solution. So the cross-functional knowledge is very much required now. And as people are telling that we need to start up a new courses, I would say that a course which combines mechanical, electrical, electronics is very much required. So right now in the colleges, there is pure mechanical engineering and electrical and electronics engineering, but no equipment will operate with a single knowledge base. So, but at the same time, if you go to the academic duration is a question. So now, if you combine all the technologies, we need to see that whether 4 years course is enough, or we have to make it 5 years so that the student can be exposed to the different fields so that he can generate the solutions. And coming to especially today's topic of Industry 4.0, Industry 4.0, you know very well that unless a person who knows about the application of the product and the latest technologies, he cannot generate the solutions. I hope all the students will work towards that to understand the fundamentals of your studies and advancement in the technology are to be clubbed together to get a better solution. Thank you. Thank you.
Is a complex technology-driven ecosystem, often cloud-based, that helps in discovering, planning, and implementing these data-driven business actions and measuring business impact. Exafluence is a global software services provider, helping companies enhance and leverage their technology systems to create and utilize relevant enterprise digital assets to run the business and also change the business for better. Headquartered in the United States, with offices and delivery centers in Tirupati, Bangalore, Chennai, and Dubai, we serve a global clientele, offering our platforms, accelerators, technology competencies and skills, including fully managed services that enables enterprises focus on their core business areas instead of the rapidly changing technology systems.
Exafluence also has an education division that was launched in 2022 with a primary focus on delivering high-quality education in data science. The main objective of the division is to bridge the gap between academia and industry and meet the growing demand for skilled data science professionals. At Exafluence Education, we are committed to nurturing the next generation of data science professionals. We envision a future where innovative thinkers and skilled practitioners collaborate seamlessly, driving progress and creating solutions that transform industries.
At Exafluence, we focus on accelerating digital transformation to our clients in healthcare, financial services, industrial, consumer and retail organizations, by ensuring that they have the right capabilities to run their business for today and also advance their capabilities for the future. Our technology and data engineering service offerings are focused on helping enterprises create data assets by discovering relevant data, harmonizing the data, auditing the data quality, ensuring data lineage, and orchestrating complete data workflows using low-code data pipeline platforms that even the less tech-savvy business users can use. Our consulting and analytics offerings are focused on helping businesses utilize their data assets to establish and track the business-relevant KPIs on business intelligence platforms of their choice, run multi-dimensional analysis to understand the levers that affect the business KPIs, predict the future of the business using artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms, and run business simulations to make robust, data-influenced business decisions. We also bridge modern data assets by reverse engineering, automate your processes with robotic process automation, and enable the latest digital capabilities like IoT, blockchain, digital twins, and mobile applications that truly modernizes the businesses. We strive to instill a culture of data-driven influence in organizations and help them mature on their digital and analytical journey. Get in touch with us to get your organization started on the digital transformation journey the right way. Xfluence, drive data influence.
Good afternoon, everyone. I know you have been waiting and getting a lot of information about how Industry 4 is transforming. I think I wanted to take with my journey and a little bit about myself. I have around 25 years of experience in the data and analytics space. Prior starting Xfluence, I was running data practice for Capgemini, TCS, and Nexaware, and also for some of the leading product companies, including SAP and so on. When I started Xfluence, I started with the aspect that I want to solve a business problem that will solve the consumers' related issues. And why this subject is very contextual is that I'm going to walk through few of the journey things that we have done. We had a customer who is in industrial manufacturing who said that I want to build a plant that is synonymous to what I have in India, in Kenya, Nairobi. But in Nairobi, I don't have a mechanism for replicating anything I do. For example, I don't have people, I don't have engineers, I don't have the required sophisticated software people to do. What would be the mechanism to manage my plant in Nairobi? Here comes the scenario, right? A digital twin. If you are able to model your operations exactly as your plant here, you can control a plant in Nairobi by looking at what is the kind of industrial shock levels of there, piston pressures, pump pressures, walls. We took an equipment to scan the factory. Then we started modeling it in the same way where they can see the same type of factory can be constructed in Nairobi. What it tells is that, right, what is not practically possible to share the information and exchange is possible by digital twins. And the interesting part of it, to the earlier speaker's credit, it requires a combination of mechanical, electrical, as well as other engineering aspects that you need to bring in. In addition to that, you would be surprised, right? They do a electroplating on the plates, which requires to know viscosity of the paste material that you need to. You need to know to be a physicist to tell what exactly can be built. And there is a company called ANSYS in Bangalore, and it's headquartered in Pittsburgh. They do machine learning models on viscosity changes and physical changes that go. So we have technology that is evolving, that is trying to solve a problem. We do today for many industrial customers predictive monitoring of their machine supplies, which means before even a part gets not working, we get to know that on the shop floor. How do we do that? We install temperature sensors, pressure sensors, shockwave sensors, and so on to look at. This is one example for industrial landscape. Let me give another example. During the period of COVID, we started tracking the vaccine's route delivery mechanism for a large pharma company. The problem they had is, by the time the vaccine gets into shipment from here to US, the temperature or changes would make the vaccine nullified. So they want to know for every vaccine shipment, the temperature and the scope changes that they would look at. So if you look at it, it is not only the process of understanding the supply chain mechanism, which requires understanding ERPs like SAP or Oracle Trade Order Management or SAP ERP, but also you need to know how to write a geofencing code, how you can look at what is the best optimal code, what are the temperature changes that would help to make the changes in the aspect of it. So if you look at evolution of industrial IoT, there is quite a wave. And I will tell you one more thing. We are working with a health tech company, which is based out of US, which is trying to understand EKG data on a real time. So that if somebody like a dementia patient has changes in their EKG changes, or their position or structure changes, they will be able to alert the nurse or the doctor on a real-time basis. Similarly, for heart patients who had monitoring or who had an open bypass surgery, there is an evolution to monitor them. What I meant to say is that in the journey in the last 8 years, we have seen several business use cases. That is a combination of understanding not only the physics aspects of it, engineering aspects, but also the domain aspects to others to point, and understanding how to solve it using technology. I wanted to just leave with a few thoughts. We started an MS Integrate program for the very approach that we want to bring industry knowledge when you are practically applying it in collaboration with SV University. I'm extremely honored for SV University for providing me that opportunity to do that. The second one I wanted to say is that we have industry mentors. We are around 200 people, and 100 of our resources are from Tirupati. And that too coming from the IIT Tirupati, SV University and other colleges around, we see that local candidates able to deliver the value. The technology solutions I was talking, we have a presence in Dubai, US, Canada, as well as in London. Collaborating with them, the people at Tirupati are the ones who also were part of these solutions that happened. So I wanted to say that innovation can happen with any change that can be initiated. I look forward for all the students to be much more looking forward for practical aspects of learning, and I wish you all of you good luck in your future endeavors.
Sorry, Dr. Balu Singh Reddy Garu from Acharya Engineering Agricultural University.
Good morning to all the participants here. నేను అగ్రికల్చర్ యూనివర్సిటీ నుంచి వస్తున్నాను. సో ఇది ఏంటంటే యాక్చువల్గా దిస్ ఈస్ మోర్ ఫర్ ద పీపుల్ హూ వాంట్స్ టు బి ఏ జాబ్ ప్రొవైడర్స్. ఇట్స్ నాట్ జాబ్ సీకర్స్. యాక్చువల్లీ ద purpose of this industry 4.0 is connecting the faculty or the academic people and then the industries for maybe the job purpose. But this is a different thing, and of course the different technology also. Maybe it's a sandwich between the techies, aspiring techies, as well as the technical, the industries from the technologies. So this is purely from the agriculture, maybe the agri-tech sector. So here actually, in our Tirupati only, we have an agribusiness incubator, which actually provides or supports the entrepreneurs who are coming from the agri sector, or any innovations or the ideas from the agri sector, and then we nurture them as well as we give the financial support also. Okay. So, maybe next slide. Next, please. So we have two categories of programs. One is the Sankalp. We branded them as Sankalp for Samruddhi. People will be coming with some pre-seed stage ideas, or they will be coming with just idea stage, and they will have some which develop the technologies, and then there are institutes which transfer the technologies. And of course, so much of things are going on in agriculture, but still there are so many challenges in agriculture that farmers are facing, and then there are some entrepreneurs who are really able to provide some solutions, beautiful solutions to these challenges. So coming to these things, anyone with the ideas, since many people are from Telugu, ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే మనకు ఒక వినూత్నమైన ఆలోచన అగ్రికల్చర్లో మనం రైతులు ఎదుర్కొంటున్న సమస్యలు. రైతులు అంటే ఇక్కడ ఓన్లీ అగ్రికల్చర్ కాదండి, అగ్రికల్చర్ యాజ్ వెల్ యాజ్ అనిమల్ హస్బెండరీ కావచ్చు, లేదా సెరికల్చర్ కావచ్చు, లేకపోతే ఆక్వాకల్చర్ కావచ్చు, ఏదైనా కూడా రైతులు ఎదుర్కొంటున్న సమస్యలకు ఏదైనా పరిష్కారం చూపించే విధంగా కొత్త ఆలోచనలు ఉన్న వాళ్ళకు వీఆర్ ఏబుల్ టు ప్రొవైడ్ ద టెక్నికల్ నాలెడ్జ్ అండ్ దెన్ వీ నర్చర్ దెమ్ అండ్ దెన్ వీ ఆల్సో ప్రొవైడ్ ద ఫైనాన్షియల్ సపోర్ట్. జస్ట్ ఐడియాతో వచ్చే వాళ్ళ వరకు అయితే వీ బ్రాండెడ్ ఇట్ యాజ్ ఎ సంకల్ప్ కేటగిరీ. అండ్ దెన్ ఆల్రెడీ ఒక స్టార్ట్అప్ కంపెనీ ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేసుకొని దాన్ని ఇంకా అప్స్కేల్ చేసుకోవాలనుకుంటే వాళ్ళకు సమృద్ధి కేటగిరీ చేసి 2 కేటగిరీస్ పెట్టాము. ఇప్పుడు సంకల్పం ఏంటంటే నా దగ్గర సార్ ఒక ఈ ఫలానా రైతులకు ఈ సమస్య ఉంది, పొలంలో కలుపు తీసే సమస్య ఉంది. ఇక్కడ అంటే ఇన్నోవేషన్స్ మీకు అందరికీ తెలుసు, ప్రోడక్ట్ ఇన్నోవేషన్ ఒకటే కాదు, ఇట్ కెన్ బి ప్రాసెస్ ఇన్నోవేషన్ కూడా కావచ్చు. అంటే కొత్త ఉత్పత్తి తయారు చేస్తే ఇన్నోవేషన్ తీసుకోము. ఈవెన్ మన ప్రొడక్షన్ పాయింట్ నుంచి అంటే రైతులు పండించిన పంట దగ్గర నుంచి కస్టమర్ దగ్గరికి చేరే వరకు, కన్జ్యూమర్ దగ్గరికి చేరే వరకు జరిగే ప్రాసెస్లో ఎక్కడైనా కూడా వినూత్నమైన ఆలోచన దిగిన ఉంటే దాన్ని కూడా మనం ప్రాసెస్ ఇన్నోవేషన్ కింద తీసుకోవచ్చు. మోరోవర్ ఇక్కడ ఎందుకు నేను ఈ ఇన్నోవేటివ్ ఐడియాస్ ని ఫోకస్ చేస్తున్నానంటే ఇందులో సక్సెస్ ఉండొచ్చు, ఫెయిల్యూర్ ఉండొచ్చు. కాబట్టి దీనికి గవర్నమెంట్ ఆఫ్ ఇండియా సపోర్ట్ చేస్తుంది, ఫైనాన్షియల్గా సపోర్ట్ చేస్తుంది. వాట్ ఎవర్ ద ఫండ్ దట్ వీఆర్ గివింగ్ ఇట్స్ ఎ గ్రాంట్, వీ విల్ నాట్ టేక్ ఇట్ బ్యాక్. సో అదొకటి అడ్వాంటేజ్ అనమాట. ఎందుకంటే కొత్తగా ఏదైనా మన ఇన్నోవేటివ్గా ఒక కంపెనీ ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేసుకొని ఇన్నోవేషన్ స్టార్ట్అప్ రన్ చేసినప్పుడు దేర్ కెన్ బి సమ్ హికప్స్ ఆల్సో. ఇనిషియల్గా సపోర్ట్ చేయడం కోసము నా ఫండింగ్ అనేది కూడా ఇక్కడ ఇవ్వడం జరుగుతుంది అనమాట. సో సంకల్ప్ కేటగిరీ ఏంటంటే ఒక వినూత్నమైన ఆలోచనలతో వచ్చి దాన్ని ఒక ప్రోటోటైప్ డెవలప్ చేసుకుని దాన్ని మీరు వ్యాలిడేట్ చేసుకోవడానికి ఆ స్టేజ్ వరకు సపోర్ట్ చేసేది సంకల్ప్ కేటగిరీ. రెండోది నుంచి సమృద్ధి అంటే ఆల్రెడీ ఒక స్టార్ట్అప్ రన్ చేస్తున్నారు, దాన్ని ఇంకా విస్తరించుకోవడానికి, దాని కెపాసిటీస్ ఇంక్రీజ్ చేసుకోవడానికి లేదా జాగ్రఫికల్గా దాన్ని ఇంకా ఇంప్రూవ్ చేసుకోవడానికి వచ్చే కేటగిరీ సమృద్ధి కేటగిరీ. ఈ సంకల్ప్ కేటగిరీ కానీ సమృద్ధి కేటగిరీ కానీ ఏదైనా కోహార్ట్ వైజ్ ఆపరేట్ చేస్తాం. కోహార్ట్ అంటే బ్యాచెస్. ఇప్పటి వరకు ఈ అగ్రి బిజినెస్ ఇంక్యుబేటర్ ద్వారా మన ఆచార్య ఇంజనీరింగ్ అగ్రికల్చర్ యూనివర్సిటీ వారి ఆధ్వర్యంలో నడుస్తున్న ఇంక్యుబేటర్ ద్వారా 6 బ్యాచెస్ కంప్లీట్ అయినాయి. ఈ 6 బ్యాచెస్లో దాదాపు 244 మందికి మేము ఇంక్యుబేట్ చేశాము 2 months ట్రైనింగ్ ప్రోగ్రాము ద్వారా. అందులోంచి 56 మందికి దాదాపు 4 కోట్ల రూపాయలు గ్రాంట్ ఇవ్వడం జరిగింది. 4 crores ఆఫ్ గ్రాంట్ ఇవ్వడం జరిగింది అనమాట. ఓకే, సో ఇప్పుడు సంకల్ప్ కేటగిరీలో వచ్చే వాళ్ళకు ఒక కమిటీ ఉంటుంది, సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత 2 months ఆఫ్ ట్రైనింగ్ ఇస్తాము. ఈ 2 months ట్రైనింగ్ లో కూడా ఫ్రీ బోర్డింగ్, ఫ్రీ లాడ్జింగ్ ఉంటుంది. తిరుపతిలోనే ఇక్కడే ఉంటుంది. ఇక్కడ మీకు ఎందుకంటే ఎడ్యుకేషన్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ఇక్కడ ఈ స్కీమ్ కు అప్లై చేసే వాళ్ళకు వీ డోంట్ లుక్ ఆఫ్టర్ యువర్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ క్వాలిఫికేషన్. యూ కెన్ బి ఇల్లిటరేట్స్ ఆల్సో. మీరు అగ్రికల్చరా లేకపోతే ఇంజనీరింగా లేకపోతే చదువు ఉందా లేదా అనేది కూడా ఇక్కడ అవసరం లేదు. వీ లుక్ ఓన్లీ ఫర్ ద ఇన్నోవేషన్. రైతులకు పనికి వచ్చే ఒక ఇన్నోవేషన్తో రావాలి. ఓకే, సో ఇక్కడ అప్లై చేసిన తర్వాత ఒక 100-200 అప్లికేషన్స్ వస్తాయి అనుకోండి. కేటగిరీ 2 categories కు 100, దానికి ఒక 100, దీనికి 100. ఇందులోంచి 30 మెంబర్స్ని తీసుకోవడం జరుగుతుంది. కేవలం 30 మందిని సంకల్ప్ కేటగిరీకి, 30 మందిని సమృద్ధి కేటగిరీకి తీసుకుంటాము. సో ఈ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత 2 months ఆఫ్ ట్రైనింగ్ ప్రోగ్రాము, ఫ్రీ బోర్డింగ్ లాడ్జింగ్, రెసిడెన్షియల్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఉంటుంది. ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే కంపెనీని ఎలా ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేసుకోవాలని మొదలుపెట్టి తర్వాత మీరు అందులో బిజినెస్ ఆపరేషన్స్, ఇక్కడ పెద్ద పెద్ద స్టాల్వర్డ్స్ అంతా వచ్చారు. ఇక్కడ ఆల్ఎండి మెంబర్స్ కాబట్టి వీళ్ళంతా కూడా ఒకప్పుడు వాళ్ళు కూడా స్టూడెంట్సే. కాబట్టి కంపెనీ ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేసుకోవడం ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఫ్రీ ఆఫ్ కాస్ట్ మీకు చెప్పడం జరుగుతుంది ఈ 2 నెలల ట్రైనింగ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్లో. ప్లస్ ఈ 2 నెలల ట్రైనింగ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్లో మీకు 10,000 రూపీస్ స్టైపెండ్ కూడా ఇవ్వడం జరుగుతుంది. ఇది కంప్లీట్ అయిన తర్వాత నేషనల్ కమిటీ ముందర మీరు పిచ్చింగ్ చేస్తే, ప్రజెంటేషన్ ఇస్తే, మీ ఐడియా కూడా బాగా ఉందంటే యూ విల్ బి ప్రొవైడెడ్ విత్ 5 lakhs ఆఫ్ గ్రాంట్. ఓకే, సో సమృద్ధి కేటగిరీలో కూడా సేమ్ ప్రొసీజర్ 2 months ట్రైనింగ్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ ఉంటుంది. అలాగే వాళ్ళకు ఫండింగ్ కూడా ఇవ్వడం జరుగుతుంది. దాంట్లో వచ్చి 25 lakhs గ్రాంట్ ఇవ్వడం జరుగుతుంది. ఓకే, సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద 2 programs. సో ఇన్నోవేషన్స్ అంటే ఏంటి అనేది జస్ట్ ఐ విల్ షో సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్. మేము ఫండింగ్ ఇందాక మార్నింగ్ కూడా గురుమూర్తి చెట్టి గారు ఇక్కడ అవార్డు తీసుకున్నారు. ఆయన కూడా ఒక ఇన్నోవేషన్తో వచ్చారు. ఏంటంటే సెరికల్చర్ ఐడియా ఉన్న వాళ్ళు, పట్టుగూళ్ళు పండించే వాళ్ళకు ఐడియా ఉంటుంది. నేత్రికల్లో పట్టు గూళ్ళు పెడతాయి. ఆ గూళ్ళను మాన్యువల్గా తీయాలంటే చాలా లేబోరియస్ ప్రాసెస్. ఇప్పుడున్న సిస్టంలో లేబర్ దొరకడం చాలా కష్టం అవుతుంది. కాబట్టి he has come with an innovation of development of horizontal cocoon harvester.
అంటే ఈ నేత్రికలను మనం ఆ మిషన్లో పెట్టడం వల్ల ఏమవుతుందంటే పట్టుకూళ్ళని కూడా విడిపోతాయి ఫాస్ట్గా. ఎక్కడైతే లేబర్ మనకు దాదాపు ఒక 15 మంది ఒక 100 డిఎఫ్ఎస్ నుంచి వచ్చిన హార్వెస్టింగ్ చేయాలంటే దాదాపు 15-20 మంది కావాలి, ఒక రోజంతా కంప్లీట్ కావాలి. బట్ ఈ మెషిన్ ద్వారా ఈ కెన్ కంప్లీట్ ఇన్ 1 or 2 hours. ఒక 2 లేబర్ని పెట్టుకొని 2 గంటల్లో పూర్తి చేసుకుంటుంది. సో దానివల్ల ఏమవుతుందంటే పట్టుకూడని సేమ్ డే మార్కెట్కి తీసుకెళ్ళడానికి అవకాశం ఉంటుంది. హయ్యర్ ప్రైస్ ఫ్రెష్గా ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి హయ్యర్ ప్రైస్. సో ఇది వన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇన్నోవేషన్. ఓకే, సో జస్ట్ నెక్స్ట్ స్లైడ్స్. ఇవన్నీ కూడా పీపుల్ సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ ఆఫ్ అగ్రి స్టార్టర్స్ నింజా కార్ట్ ఇవన్నీ కూడా. నెక్స్ట్ 29 సెంటర్స్ అక్రాస్ ద కంట్రీ ఉన్నది. ఇక్కడ ఉన్న అగ్రి బిజినెస్ ఇంక్యుబేటర్ ఏదైతే తిరుపతిలో ఉందో దిస్ ఈస్ మెంట్ ఫర్ ద ఎంటైర్ స్టేట్ ఆఫ్ ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్. దిస్ ఈస్ ద ఓన్లీ సెంటర్ విచ్ యాక్చువల్లీ promotes the agri startup companies for the state of Andhra Pradesh. Next. Next. This is one of the innovation. This is also one of the innovation. ఇప్పుడు కొబ్బరి చెట్లు పైకి ఎక్కి హార్వెస్ట్ చేయడం పెద్ద ప్రాసెస్ కాబట్టి లేబర్ దొరకడం లేదు కాబట్టి క్లైంబింగ్ సైకిల్ ఈజ్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇన్నోవేషన్. సో ఇక్కడ మనం ఇన్నోవేషన్ ఉంది. రెండోది ఇన్నోవేషన్తో వచ్చే ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్కు మార్కెట్ అవకాశం కూడా ఉండాలి. సో దట్ ఈస్ ఆల్సో వెరీ మచ్ ఇంపార్టెంట్. నెక్స్ట్. సో ఇందాక చెప్పాను కదా ప్రాసెస్ ఇన్నోవేషన్ అని. ఇదేంటంటే అగ్లీ వెజిటబుల్స్ ఎవ్రీ వన్ నోస్. చాలా మంది మనం డిస్కార్డ్ చేస్తాంట మార్కెట్లో పోతే కూడా. మంచి బాగా క్యారెట్ అంటే బాగా నిగనిగలాడాలి. ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే ఈజ్ మేకింగ్ ఇట్ ఇంటూ కట్ వెజిటబుల్స్ విచ్ ఇస్ అన్ అబండెంట్ మార్కెట్ అండ్ దెన్ హయ్యర్ మార్కెట్ ప్రైస్. సో కట్ చేసిన తర్వాత దీంట్లో ఏ వెజిటబుల్ అనేది నో వన్ నోటీసెస్ ఆర్ నో వన్ ఈస్ దట్ మచ్ ఇంట్రెస్టెడ్ ఆల్సో. మంచి పార్ట్ కట్ చేసి చెడిపోయిన పార్ట్ డిస్కార్డ్ చేయడం వల్ల తక్కువ ప్రైస్కు ఈజ్ పర్చేసింగ్ అండ్ దెన్ గెట్టింగ్ బెటర్ మార్జిన్స్. నెక్స్ట్ బనానా మనం హార్వెస్ట్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత ఇదంతా కూడా సూడోస్టెమ్ అనేది చాలా వేస్ట్ అవుతుంది. ఈ సూడోస్టెమ్ ద్వారా బనానా పేపర్ ప్రొడక్షన్ చేస్తున్నారు ఒక స్టార్ట్అప్ మన ద్వారా నర్చర్ అయిన అతను. మోరోవర్ ఇప్పుడు కడప దగ్గర కూడా ఒక ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్ రీసెంట్ గా ఈజ్ ప్రిపేరింగ్ బనానా క్లాత్స్, బనానా ఫైబర్తో క్లాత్స్. 100% బనానా ఫైబర్తో చేస్తే చాలా స్టిఫ్గా అవుతుంది. మనము చీర కానీ లేదా షర్ట్ కానీ వేసుకోలేము. కాబట్టి 50% ఆఫ్ కాటన్ 50% ఆఫ్ బనానా మిక్స్ చేసి క్లాత్ కూడా డెవలప్ చేస్తున్నారు. సో ఈ వేస్ట్ అనేది ఫార్మర్కి చాలా కష్టం. ఒకటి ఏంటంటే దాన్ని పెగిలించి పారేయాలి, అది ఒక ఖర్చు వస్తుంది అనవసరం. కానీ ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే దీన్ని కూడా వాల్యూ అడిషన్ చేస్తున్నారు ఈ ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్స్ అనే వాళ్ళు. బనానా వేస్ట్ని కూడా వాల్యూ అడిషన్ చేసి రైతుకు ఇంకో 10,000 రూపాయలు ఎక్కువ ఆదాయం వచ్చేదానికి చూస్తున్నారు. నెక్స్ట్. ఇది సింపుల్. మనకు తెలిసింది ఇదంతా నూకలు ఎవరు మనం పట్టించుకోము. కానీ ఈ నూకలతో కూడా ఆపం బ్యాటర్ తయారు చేసి 1% ఫ్రమ్ కోయంబత్తూర్ ఈజ్ ఎక్స్పోర్టింగ్ టు మలేషియా. నైట్ ఎప్పుడో 1:30 ఫ్లైట్ ఎక్కిస్తాడు, మార్నింగ్ 8:30 అంతా కూడా రిటైల్ స్టోర్స్లో అంతా కూడా ఉండిపోతుంది. నెక్స్ట్. దిస్ ఈస్ అందరికీ తెలిసి పోమోగ్రానేట్ అందరూ తెచ్చుకొని తింటారు, కానీ యూరోప్ కంట్రీస్లో వాళ్ళకు దొరకదు. రెండవది కూడా ఇక్కడ ఏం చేస్తున్నా అంటే ఈజ్ పర్చేసింగ్ ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ₹1 కొనుక్కున్నాడు అనుకోండి, ఈ అరిల్స్ అంటే దాంట్లో ఉండే గింజలు తీసి నీట్గా ప్యాక్ చేసి యూరోప్కి ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు. మన చిత్తూరు బేస్లో అగ్రి స్టార్ట్అప్ కంపెనీ హైదరాబాద్లో ఉంది. అఫ్ కోర్స్ చిత్తూరులో కూడా వాళ్ళకు ఉన్నాయి, బట్ హైదరాబాద్ ఇక్కడంతా రైతుల దగ్గర పర్చేజ్ చేసి హైదరాబాద్లో వాళ్ళ కంపెనీ నుంచి ఇవన్నీ ఎక్స్పోర్ట్ చేస్తున్నారు. 1:8 ఇక్కడ ప్రాఫిట్. రూపాయి కొంటే ₹8 అమ్ముకోగలుగుతున్నారు. నెక్స్ట్. షింప్ సెల్స్ మనం రొయ్యలు తినేసిన తర్వాత పడేస్తాము, కానీ దాంతో కూడా ఎకో ప్లాస్టిక్ మెటీరియల్ డెవలప్ చేసే ఎంటర్ప్రెన్యూర్స్ ఉన్నాయి. నెక్స్ట్. లైక్ వైజ్ ఈ చికెన్ ఫెదర్తో బ్యూటిఫుల్ ఆర్టిఫాక్ట్స్. నెక్స్ట్. ఇది కోకోనట్ స్ట్రాతో ఇప్పుడు అంతా కూడా కోకోనట్ లీవ్స్తో అయినా పేపర్ స్ట్రా చేస్తున్నారు. నెక్స్ట్. దిస్ ఈస్ బ్రాండెడ్ ఇన్నోవేషన్. సింపుల్గా ఒక ఆర్గానిక్ కౌను ఒక 23 years అమ్మాయి బ్రాండ్ ఇమేజ్ ఇచ్చేసి దానికి కోట్లలో టర్న్ ఓవర్తో బిజినెస్ చేస్తా ఉంది. సింపుల్ ఇట్ ఈస్ సింపుల్ ఆర్గానిక్ మిల్క్, బట్ తను చెప్పేది బట్టి షీ బ్రాండ్ ఇట్ యాజ్ హ్యాపీ మిల్క్. హ్యాపీ మిల్క్ ఏంటంటే నా క్యాటిల్ హ్యాపీగా ఉంటాయి కాబట్టి మిల్క్ అందులోంచి వచ్చే మిల్క్ తాగిన వాళ్ళు కూడా హ్యాపీగా ఉంటారు. స్ట్రెస్లో ఉన్న ఆవులు కానీ స్ట్రెస్లో ఉన్న గేదెలు కానీ ఇచ్చే మిల్క్లో హార్మోన్ ఉంటుంది. సో అది తాగిన వల్ల కూడా ఆ స్ట్రెస్ అనేది క్యారీ అవుతుంది. ఇది స్ట్రెస్ ఫ్రీ క్యాటిల్ నుంచి మిల్క్ అనిమల్స్ నుంచి నేను పాలు తీస్తాను. సో పీపుల్ ఆర్ ఆల్సో విల్ బి హ్యాపీ అనే ఒక చిన్న బ్రాండ్ ఇమేజ్తో షీఈ్ కంటిన్యూయింగ్ దిస్ స్టార్ట్అప్. నెక్స్ట్, సో దిస్ ఈజ్ అబౌట్ ఈ ఎక్కడైతే ఆ బ్రిడ్జ్ అయితే ఉంటుందో జనరల్గా స్టార్ట్అప్స్ దేశంలో తీసుకున్నామంటే ఒక నాట్ మోర్ దెన్ 5 to 6% ఆఫ్ ద స్టార్ట్అప్స్ ఆర్ సక్సెస్ఫుల్. ఎక్కడ ఎందుకు లేకుంటే జస్ట్ నాట్ ఓన్లీ క్యాపిటల్, మనకు కావాల్సిన క్యాపిటల్ ఒకటే కాదు, బట్ స్కిల్స్ ఆల్సో. సో ఈ బ్రిడ్జ్ని మేము ఫిల్అప్ చేస్తున్నాం. మీకు కావాల్సిన స్కిల్ ఇస్తాము, మీకు కావాల్సిన నాలెడ్జ్ ఇస్తాము, ఎక్స్పర్ట్స్ మీటింగ్స్ ఉంటాయి. అపార్ట్ ఫ్రమ్ దట్ వీ విల్ ఆల్సో గివింగ్ ద ఫండింగ్ ఆల్సో. నెక్స్ట్, దీస్ ఆర్ ద సెక్టర్స్. అగ్రికల్చర్, అనిమల్ హస్బెండరీ, సెరికల్చర్, ఆక్వాకల్చర్ ఏదైనా కూడా అది తీసుకోండి. మీ ఐటీ ఇంజనీరింగ్ స్టూడెంట్స్ కూడా ఐటీ, ఐఓటీ ఎక్కడైనా మనం అగ్రికల్చర్ అప్లై చేయొచ్చా? మనకు కావాల్సిన టెక్నాలజీస్ అన్ని కూడా మనకు సదుపాయాలన్నీ కూడా మనం చేసుకోగలుగుతున్నాం. ఇంట్లో కూర్చొని స్విగ్గీలో ఆర్డర్ చేసి ఫుడ్ తెచ్చుకుంటున్నాము. సో మచ్ ఆఫ్ ఇప్పుడు గూగుల్ కెన్ టెల్ వేర్ ఐ యామ్. ఇప్పుడు ప్రస్తుతము ఈ బాలహుసేన్ రెడ్డి అనేవాడు ఇక్కడ ఎస్పీ యూనివర్సిటీలో ఉండడని మన గూగుల్ వాళ్ళు చెప్పగలుగుతారు. అంత టెక్నాలజీ ఉంది. బట్ దట్ కెన్ బి అప్లైడ్ ఈవెన్ ఫర్ ద అగ్రికల్చర్ ఆల్సో. పోస్ట్ హార్వెస్ట్ మేనేజ్మెంట్, ప్రాసెసింగ్, వేస్ట్ వెల్త్, సో మచ్. ఎక్కడైనా కూడా మీకు ఐడియాస్ ఎక్కడైనా స్పార్క్ అంటే ఐడియాస్ ఎక్కడి నుంచి అయినా స్పార్క్ కావచ్చు. మీరు మీ గ్రామాల్లో మీరు తిరిగేటప్పుడు కూడా అట్ సమ్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ టైం మిడ్ నైట్ కానీ ఎర్లీ మార్నింగ్ కానీ ఎక్కడో ఒకటి చిన్న స్పార్క్, ఒక ఇగ్నిషన్ అనేది కలగచ్చు. సో దట్ దానికి కూడా వీఆర్ గివింగ్ 5 lakhs. నెక్స్ట్, ఇవన్నీ కోహార్ట్ వైజ్. నెక్స్ట్, దిస్ ఈస్ ద ప్రాసెస్ విచ్ ఐ ఆల్రెడీ టోల్డ్. ఫండింగ్ స్టార్టింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ ద లాంచింగ్ ఆఫ్ ద కోహార్ట్ నుంచి ఫండింగ్ వరకు. And even after funding also, we will be meeting you with the venture capitalist, వాళ్ళతో కూడా experts తో meet చేయించి ఫండింగ్ అవకాశం. నెక్స్ట్, ఓన్లీ we look after 3 things: innovation, then connection to the farmer, then the other one is how it can be scaled up. Scalability ఉన్న ఐడియాసే తీసుకుంటాం. మంచి ఐడియాస్ ఉండొచ్చు కానీ మీకు వ్యాపారం చేసుకునే అవకాశం లేనప్పుడు దానికి ఉపయోగం లేదు. కాబట్టి ఈ 3 కూడా చూస్తాం. మీకు మంచి రైతులకు సమస్యలకు పరిష్కారం ఉండాలి, రెండోది ఆ వ్యాపారం అభివృద్ధి చేసుకునే అవకాశం కూడా ఉండాలి. నెక్స్ట్, ఈయన ఇందాక చెప్పాను కదా, గురుమూర్తి గారు ఇక్కడ అవార్డు తీసుకున్నారు, ఆయన డెవలప్ చేసిన హార్వెస్టర్. దిస్ ఈస్ ద ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్స్ కైండ్ ఇన్ ఇండియా. ఇది నమ్మచ్చు ఆయన ఎడ్యుకేషన్ లేకపోయినా కూడా ఫస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్స్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ హార్వెస్టర్ ఇన్ ఇండియా. డ్రమ్ సీడర్లు, సింగిల్ డ్రమ్ సీడర్ ప్యాడీలో వాడుకోవచ్చు. దెన్ ఒక డ్రైలాండ్ క్రాప్స్ లో ఒక 15-20 క్రాప్స్ లో వాడుకోవచ్చు సేమ్ డ్రమ్ సీడర్. ఆయన కూడా విత్ వెరీ లో లిటరసీ, సమ్ హై స్కూల్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్. బాబురావు గారు ఫ్రమ్ విజయనగరం. నెక్స్ట్, ఇది ఈట్ వైట్ డ్రింక్ అనేసి తాగేసి కాఫీ కానీ టీ కానీ తాగిన తర్వాత మిల్లెట్ బేస్డ్ కప్ కాబట్టి యూ కెన్ జస్ట్ కన్జ్యూమ్ దట్ ఆల్సో. ఈ వేస్ట్ అంతా కూడా మనకు ఎన్విరాన్మెంటల్ హజార్డ్ అంతా కూడా తగ్గిస్తుంది. నెక్స్ట్, ఇది హైడ్రోపోనిక్స్. ఇప్పుడు అంతా కూడా వర్టికల్ ఫార్మింగ్, ఈ టెక్నాలజీస్ అంతా కూడా ఉంది కాబట్టి మోర్ ఓవర్ హెల్త్ కాన్షియస్ కాబట్టి ఇళ్లలోనే చాలా స్పేస్, మీకు ఉన్న స్పేస్ని బట్టి షీ విల్ డిజైన్ ద హైడ్రోపోనిక్ ఫీల్డ్. నెక్స్ట్, సింగిల్ what you say mill where you can do for rice as well as the millets. గుంటూరు బేస్డ్ స్టార్ట్అప్. ఇవన్నీ కూడా రిమోట్ బేస్డ్ డ్రైలాండ్ వీడర్స్. నెక్స్ట్, ఇవన్నీ తాగి పడేస్తాము. బెంగళూరు బేస్డ్ స్టార్ట్అప్ మన దగ్గర నర్చర్ అయింది. షీఈస్ ప్రిపేరింగ్ దిస్ గ్రోత్ బ్యాగ్స్, బ్యూటిఫుల్ గ్రోత్ బ్యాగ్స్. ఇప్పుడంతా మనం బొకేలు ఇచ్చాము. అఫ్ కోర్స్ మా యూనివర్సిటీలో అయితే బొకేలు ఇవ్వట్లేదు మేము, అందరు కూడా చిన్న కుండీలు ఇస్తున్నాము. ఆ కుండీలు పెట్టేదాన్ని కూడా this is for aquaculture, smart board. Next, this is for paddy harvest చేసిన తర్వాత immediate గా డ్రైవ్ చేసే మెషిన్ అన్నమాట. నెక్స్ట్, this is also IT based one. Next, smart board is automation of the feeding in aquaculture, prawns royal feeding చేసేది. నెక్స్ట్, this is also from మదనపల్లి. అందరికీ తెలుసు కాశ్మీర్ కుంకుమ పువ్వు అనేది సాఫ్రాన్. జనరల్గా వీ నో దట్ సాఫ్రాన్ అంటే కాశ్మీర్ అనేసి, బట్ కాశ్మీర్లో పండించే సాఫ్రాన్ ఇండియాలో ఒక 10-20% సరిపోతుంది ఆ డిమాండ్. మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద సాఫ్రాన్ దట్ వీఆర్ గెటింగ్ ఇస్ ఫ్రమ్ ఇరాన్. వేర్ ఇంపోర్టింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ ఇరాన్. సో న్యాచురల్ గా పండించే కాశ్మీర్ లో కూడా ఇప్పుడు బికాస్ ఆఫ్ క్లైమేట్ చేంజ్ ద ఏరియా ఇస్ గెటింగ్ డౌన్. సో ఈ ఆర్టిఫిషియల్ కండిషన్స్ లో ఒక ఎంఎస్సీ అగ్రికల్చర్ స్టూడెంట్ మదనపల్లిలో స్టార్ట్ చేశారు. సో ఇది ఇన్నోవేషన్ అనమాట. ఏంటంటే మంచి క్వాలిటీ సాఫ్రాను మనం ఇండోర్ కూడా కల్టివేట్ చేయొచ్చు. మీకు తెలుసు అనుకుంటాం, ఒక గ్రామ సాఫ్రాను 600 రూపాయల నుంచి 800, 1000 రూపాయలు పలుకుతుంది మంచి సాఫ్రాన్. ఓకే, సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద సమ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్. సో ఎవరైనా కూడా మీరు కానీ లేదా మీ చుట్టుపక్కల వాళ్ళు కానీ మీరు గ్రామాలకు పోయినప్పుడు ఎవరైనా ఇన్నోవేషన్స్తో ఉంటే ఇప్పుడు మేము 7th cohort ఇన్విటేషన్స్ వీఆర్ కాలింగ్ ఫర్ ద అప్లికేషన్స్. ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉన్న వాళ్ళు లాస్ట్ ఇవన్నీ అచీవ్మెంట్స్ నెక్స్ట్ అడ్రస్ ఉంది. సో యూ కెన్ కాపీ దిస్ వన్. ఆ ఫోన్ నెంబర్ కానీ ఎవరైనా కాంటాక్ట్ చేయొచ్చు. February 15th వరకు వీఆర్ ఎక్స్టెండింగ్ ద డేట్ for applicants. Thank you, sir. I'm extremely thankful for Vamsi sir for giving us an opportunity. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. So today, I just thought of touching up the funding part. Everybody has a problem related to the funding in the SME segment. Of course, there are various kinds of fundings available. The debt instruments are there, the equity is there. And when we talk about equity, the venture capital, private equity always plays a very big role in the startups. But what I would like to talk today is related to the SME platform, which many of the startups will not really venture into, but which has got huge potential. In fact, in the last 5 years, the kind of amount which was raised in the platform, both BSc and MSc, together has come to roughly 5,000 crore. So I just listed out the various benefits of listing in the SME platform. The biggest advantage is for very small enterprises, for micro enterprises, people are raising money to the extent of 25 lakhs, 40 lakhs, 1 crore, 1.5 crore, 2 crores. So that possibility exists, which was not there before. So you can just see that with such small amounts, the total amount which was raised in the last 5 years, it has come to almost 5,000 crore, which is a sizable amount. But when you look at the mainstream, when you look at the major markets, it has got nowhere near to the actual figure, because the Reliance Industries itself, maybe yesterday it has touched 19 lakh crore. I'm talking about one single company. So this is an opportunity which many small industries have, and which is totally untouched, and especially in our state. So this is something which I am doing on freelance basis to try to identify small and medium enterprises and those enterprises which are willing to list it in the small industry platform, that we are trying to make it out. So it is all for industries which are having a net worth of less than 25 crores. So once the capability, once the network crosses 25 crores, then it will be automatically be migrated into the main board. That is the main exchange, whether it is National Stock Exchange or Bombay Stock Exchange. And the biggest advantage in the case of listing of their companies in small industry platform is the government has officially allowed the market making for 3 years. That means one need not really bother about whether there will be liquidity in the scripts or not, whether there will be a problem in the buying and selling of shares. The merchant banks themselves will take care of the market making. So there will be effective trading which will happen for 3 years, which will ensure that the price goes up. But only thing is the company also has to grow up. And this is a huge opportunity for smaller companies to make their presence felt. So within the short time, I just wanted to put this matter, and maybe those who are really interested to know much more about it, maybe we can always discuss it at a later stage. But this is a platform which is really growing, a lot of opportunities, because in morning many speakers have told about the kind of growth which in a place like Tirupati we have seen in the last 5 to 6 years. So the opportunities are immense, and the opportunities rise, funds are also immense, and There are investors who are ready to invest in small and medium-term enterprises, but merchant banker plays a key role in this. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.
Management Accountants, the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, an institution that manages cost and management accountancy profession in India, and is the second largest CMA body in the world, largest CMA body in Asia, for regional concept. The institute was first formed as a registered company in the year 1944. After independence in 1947, the institute continues to support businesses in achieving growth and sustainability. Now the year came when the institute got a building to work, and in this year, the former Union Minister of Commerce and Industry, Sri Lal Bahadur Shastri, laid the foundation stone of the institute's new building. Thereafter, on 28th May 1959, the institute was established by a special Act of Parliament, namely the Cost and Works Accountants Act 1959. CWAs were crowned CMAs by the Parliament of India for their valuable contribution to the business, society, economy, and nation at large. We are now even much widely recognized by the Parliament as CMA, or Cost and Management Accountant, from being a CWA, or Cost and Works Accountant. Welcome to the world of CMAs. Enjoy the privilege of being a strategic cost leader and help the dynamic business world to strive towards a better tomorrow.
Thank you so much. So don't get me wrong, I am not the founder of this CMA body. Actually, this is a government institution, and there are 100 plus chapters across India. There is a chapter in Tirupati also, the Institute of Cost Accountants of India Tirupati chapter. I am the chairman of the Tirupati chapter. So any commerce student here? Because a lot of commerce students here. You heard about the course called CMA? Very good. So thank God. So there is a course called Cost Management Accountancy and the parallel body for company secretaries and CAs. CA is the most prominent course and the most fancy word where everyone wants to do that course, and every industry knows about that. But CMAs, cost management accountants, are confined to the decision making regarding the inventory part. Most of the CMAs, qualified CMAs, will be confined to manufacturing industries and more into the stock valuation, something like that. So there is an immense opportunity for all the CMAs who are doing BCom, or if they are already qualified to BCom, they can directly jump into this course and register this course and do it. So when it comes to the Industry 4.0, when I started listening to a lot of speakers from the technology, so most of these traditional courses or traditional qualified professionals like CAs and CMAs always think that they want to compete with technology. So, but the Gen Z, who are all belongs to your age group, the generation, will collaborate with the technology and take it forward. That is the only possibility, because any traditional course cannot compete with the technology and will win. So you should only collaborate. Let's say, take for example, Clear Tax. There is an app called Clear Tax, which is absolutely free of cost to see and understand how do you pay your tax and computation for your tax. And when you want to pay it, then only you have to subscribe it. So as a practicing cost accountant or a qualified chartered accountants, many of the CAs, what they will do is, for all the standard procedures and standard income tax returns, they will take this clear tax as the collaboration and they will do it. Only the CS and CMS will do the complicated cases. So in that case, Joho Books, Vyapar, all these technology-driven companies are huge, going in hand to hand with CS and CMS. And recently, the Information Technology Income Tax Department has also launched an app called Annual Information Systems, and which is very, very useful, and it's free and it's available in the Google Play Store. And you can download it and you can calculate or compute your own tax, and you can also find out how much TDS you are paying and how much you are receiving through dividend income and all those things. So there's a technology called faceless technology. I think you can also heard about that. The Income Tax Department of India has recently launched the faceless technology where you don't need to go and meet any income tax officer, assistant commissioner or joint commissioner in personally when there is a query come from the income tax department, and you don't need to worry about anymore. So there is no lobbying in between, and even the income tax officer doesn't know your file will go to which scrutiny committee. So completely the world is going towards faceless. You are all using Swiggy, Zomato, like that. Going forward, you are all using the expenses app, Joho Books, for your GST calculation and all accounts. So we are looking forward for all the collaborations with all the technology partners who here comes forward and take these professional courses like CSAMA also going forward, collaborate with the technology and make it as a grand success. Thank you so much for everyone for giving the opportunity. Thank you for watching this. One of my friends actually started this. Unfortunately, he stays in USA. That is the reason why he couldn't able to make up today. H-Stream is one platform where all the investors from one side can come and all the other side the businesses can come and apply for the funding. So this is a simple fundamental concept. Thank you so much.
The dais to have a question and answer session.
To communicate, please talk, please address your question, and please get your answers addressed by the panel here. Thank you. Please raise your hand.
Election is going on and we find difficult to get placements and as well as internships. So would you suggest how would we get an internship in Tirupati mainly?
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir.
Recession or no recession, the demand for absolute talent is not just there. People look at your programming abilities, aptitude, your conversational skill, and your ability to tell whether you are addressing new technologies. For example, if you are saying, I did a mobile app, or I did a Python related pipeline that I can automatically contribute it to GitHub. These are the things that people look at as an innovation footprint, so that they see that you have much more than what a normal aspirant is, because you are striving to become somewhat unique. I think that is the distinguishing factor, irrespective. The talent pool in India is quite immense, but at the same time, everybody is looking at how to appear for an interview with Java persons or Python persons. Rather than that, if you look at it from an aspect of what you can contribute, there are a lot of openings.
Sir, another question is that I want to start a startup, but do a job and run a startup. Is it possible to pursue the job and as well as the startup?
If two legs on two sides is running for 1.5 years, but I don't have the experience. I took a job afterwards. It depends on the mental maturity, but I don't believe that there are not people who came out of college and been successful. A lot of people are there. It depends on how much of
thought process has gone in to pick the startup, and how long you want to be able to survive without income. Second part of it, how much investments you can make. But again, you can't keep two legs with one with a job and doing startup and all. People do that just for getting some kind of a revenue and some green time, but it is not possible to sustain that unless you are on the full time. Thank you, sir.
More in past years. What is your comment on that, and how we expect in future years the evolution of IT industries?
When we started the career 25 years back, mainframe industry, then it started into Wellcom, then it started into entirely server-based architecture, then it began to come into analytics, then it went into blockchain, then it is spiraling now to GenAI. The change is dependent on the market adaptation. I kind of feel that this era is the era of data, at least this decade is. So that is the reason why you are seeing every company trying to become either a data consumer or a data producer. And that way, if you look at it, I kind of feel that the innovation is going to be there in technology spectrum, basically because hardware ability to do things like the NVIDIA, what it can do for GenAI is pretty trivial. It's not something that was possible before. Like that, we are seeing that there is a constant adaptation of hardware, software, as well as the evolution of how to solve it. For example, when OpenAI and Google was doing that with their own AI framework for years, but they couldn't launch comparable to OpenAI because the training of the data and the consuming took time. But Google quickly caught up to it. Now there are a lot of companies who are providing large language models to do innovation for GenAI resources. So technology is going to evolve, but the fundamentals is driven by business. It is not driven by technology.
When we were out of the college, there was a high demand in the IT industry, but less people are out. So that's why we were always saying, as soon as you are coming out of the college, you get the job. That is the way of looking at it. Now, the demand is actually pretty, if you have a real talent, as Ravi said, if you show your attitude and your aptitude and the proper reasoning and all, so you will be definitely doing it. So it's not that people are coming to my office saying, this is my resume and I want the higher grade. I really don't care, seriously. But if you are, when I'm talking for 15 minutes with you, I can realize what is the attitude you are showing and how much you have the value and respect towards what you want to do in the job. I am definitely seeing that is very less in these days. That is something you need to improve more.
I'm so sorry, I didn't remember your name, sir, but I can say Guru of Maladu. So, sir, as we are working with Agri Starter, I got, I'd like to know your interest. How is SMEs, listening in SMEs, going to benefit Agri Starter especially?
So this to SME platform, that's the mandatory requirement. But otherwise also there are so many angel investors, venture capitalists who are ready to fund really growing enterprises. In my limited experience, what I found out is there is no dearth of investors, but there is a dearth of quality companies and willing entrepreneurs. Because when it comes to equity, many entrepreneurs shy away from that. They are ready to take a huge rate of interest, but when it comes to equity, they always have a kind of problem. They are not really confident. They get a feeling that their ownership will be diluted and somebody else will start dominating our businesses, things like that. But nothing of that sort. There are indeed very huge opportunities. Only thing is the quality of the company should be good, it should be growing, and the ability of the entrepreneur also. There are huge opportunities that I can assure you.
Thank you, sir.
It's like a lot of things that we can put together into the ideology, how quickly we can turn into. We can process that too. I'll come back to the answer because I need to process little information on that. Thank you.
projects on Canada, primarily because it gives you low cost resources and it helps you in doing some of the things in a shorter time. But what happened is that innovation, the commitment of students to do both academic and practical has not been tracked. We tried so many resources, and the resources people come, sir, I have tomorrow an exam, day after tomorrow I have something lab, and I have the other day I cannot come and there is a critical deliverable and that. So there are other set of people who came to us from in US with OPTs and CPTs where they want to be there full time, but their interest is to earn income so that they are not able to repart, they are able to reduce the risks of their educational burden that they are going there. The problem with both the model is it requires, when I am giving you a big opportunity, it requires a lot of conviction that you are going to contribute to me. And I don't have conviction if you are short-sighted about how to pay off my student loan or how to do an exam better. That is the reason why it's practically not possible. Thank you. Next question.
Sir, how do government policies and regulations affecting your operations and strategies in agricultural industry?
Hello. As of now, only startups and NCO tech side but the government of India for the past somewhere around 2017-18 it is supporting the startups from agriculture and allied sectors also in the large scale. Moreover, the funds that are given are in the form of grant. Grant రూపంలోనే ఇస్తారు. సో మీకు ఒక స్టార్ట్అప్ ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేయాలంటే ఇందాక అబ్బాయి చెప్పాడు, నేను బయటకు వచ్చిన తర్వాత షుడ్ ఐ బికమ్ ఏ జాబ్ సీకర్ ఆర్ జాబ్ గివర్ ప్రొవైడర్. So obviously, you can have a strong vision to become an entrepreneur. There are many schemes, not only from the ministry, or from Startup India, or if it is a IT related, IT based startup company that is related to agriculture or renewable, mighty only, Ministry of Electronics. So there are so many schemes of the government of India that support this startup ecosystem. Again, artificial or machine learning, any scheme that will come or any innovation idea with that background will come, there are supporting the policies from the government of India.
Thank you, sir.
Even we are able to support through our incubator.
Thank you, sir.
To identify whether there are any competitors existing. So how better will be your product when compared to your competitors? Ivanni kuda market research chesi analysis chesina tarvata meeru entrepreneurs ga vaste baadadu. Not just you got an idea and then you push that idea to the public or the society. And atla success rate takku untundi, but before that meeku vast knowledge you need to get in that sector. Meeru oka field loki vachedappudu దాని గురించి మొత్తం అనాలిసిస్ చేసుకుని వస్తే సక్సెస్ కావడానికి అవకాశం ఉంది.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Shekhar from Indian Canada. My question is, in India, 60% of startups are failure. Can you tell me why the reasons of the 60% are failure?
Your idea is trying to push to the public rather than do your better research and do, whether that is going to be worked or not. So then I think it will work out. It's not only the idea will not fly with the startups, you have to have your proper analysis in terms of the market and the finance and how it support and that.
I have also a question, like, where did you get this data that 60% of the startups got failed in India?
Usually, I will see the transactions which are show on the Sony.
Okay. Some short selling, something like that. Okay. So a lot of different influencers will talk about different things. So there are many criteria for failure of the startups. One, there is a lack of vision. They don't want to go forward for a longer period of time. One. And second, there may be a funding bottlenecks also will be there. So, as Uday is telling about, earlier 10 years, 20 years back, you need to go to the banks for funding and all those things, but there are a lot of good people around you here. Like, take for example, we have showcased a product called H-Stream, where you can apply for the funding, and if the product is feasible and you will get the PMF, then automatically funding will come. So, if at all there is a funding issue, then I don't think that there is a right PMF for the product. So, I would like to add that.
I want to say that startups are very cautious about the idea in some form that if it becomes a public thing, will I lose the uniqueness of it? On top of it is the composition of the team, it is the structure of your financing, how long you can drive the idea, and how you are unique from the competition. And also market presence, right? You need to get your message out to the customers that you are there among the others. So a lot of factors are there, but to the other's point, startup in India, what qualifies as a startup, the failure and success part of it is very subjective. So India is still a startup capital India.
So actually to answer all 3 or 4 here, actually, first of all, you have to stop thinking of barriers around you. Okay, no money, no time, no one to help, who will help? So you have to first think how much you convince with your own solution. Do you think the one next to you may convince, may not convince? First, your strong belief. Same thing like the first I told you about self-discipline. Your idea, you think it could be, let's say, 100 people say this is not going to work for you. So the word startup it's actually a new term. Most recent decades people are using, but earlier it's just the idea generation. An idea, life will generate, right? Life will change, right? So my point to even that guy who would ask, can I do the job, and I might contradict with some of it. Yes, you can be a good employee to become a good owner. Yes, that's important. But at the same time, if you look at Bill Gates, look at Steve Jobs, a lot of them, you have some bad examples that you don't go to school, you drop off the school, and you have a lot of influence on it. Like a Facebook built on some negative idea that he got it in the institute and in the university that he was. So ideas are anywhere. Like Sir was saying, like you are walking on the road in agriculture or some village, you get a spark of it. But the thing is, what is your background to it? How much depth you analyze it? How do you understand someone's hunger so that you can look at the hunger programs? You never felt through a hunger. So a lot of our politicians, they're all well off. They never know how the hunger be. They only have a ajiti. That means they have a war thing. But they talk all about hunger strikes and hunger programs. And do you think there is a honesty in their process? They have that, in Telugu word is nibaddhata. Like, they have to look into that antakarana shuddhi. Do they have that? When they talk about it, they never been fasting. All the fasting fights are like all, it's a fake. We know that, right? So if you are coming up with a solution, do you think you have done that enough research? It takes 5 years, 3 years, 10 years, doesn't matter. Your startup can go for 10, 15 years, I'm telling you. But you have that enough data. When Uday sir was in my class, I'm talking about MBA first semester in 2001, or 2, beginning actually. I did a brand evaluation, if you remember it, sir. Sir was talking about brand evaluation in an MBA course. I had to go to rural places to identify what is a thumbs up like a brand, what is a ring as a brand, what is how people ask for it. I went to places where buses won't go. Me and my other people, he was from Nagaland or someplace. We went and we sat there next to a buddy's shop, and I was watching people are coming asking like a Neeli Sabun, like a blue soap. That guy was giving some RINN. It's not an original ring. It was a duplicate ring from Chennai or Coimbatore or Delhi. The guy was taking and going. So I asked, no, that is not a original ring. Nobody bothered. But when it comes to thumbs up, they clearly know thumbs up by taste. You cannot deceive them by giving a local brand saying a thumbs up. Because it's a taste that matters. Sagun, there is nothing. The smell is there. Of course, smell is there a little bit, but nobody cares. So brand thing, I'm talking about that time, it was not part of my job. So I was teaching it and I was interested in it. And that helped me to do my corporate planning in my master's program in London. I went to do my same branding with the Marks and Spencer, who was having a chain in central London and elsewhere in Europe too. So these are the things. Now I'm using all the skills what I've done in 2001 and 2 now with all these products that we're building in the company. So after how many years? 20 years. So what are the work that I had done back then? You call it as what are the name you name it. So this is the hard work that you can do and you have to utilize it as a library. You have to keep researching. Okay, so I hope I answered it. Yeah.
నేను రైతుని మాది చిత్తూరు జిల్లా గంగవరం మండలం ఏడూరు. నేను వ్యవసాయం చేసుకునే రైతు. మాకు వచ్చిన ఇబ్బందులతోనే మేము వాటికి కావాల్సిన సొల్యూషన్స్ కనుక్కొని బోర్లో బిగించేసిన పైపులకు నీళ్ళు రాకుండా ప్రాబ్లం వస్తే దానికి లోపలనే రంధ్రాలు వేసే మిషన్ తయారు చేసి దాదాపు 10 సంవత్సరాల ముందు పేటెంట్ తీసుకున్నాను. అదేవిధంగా బడ్చిప్ మెథడ్ చెరుకు బడ్చిప్ తీసుకుంటే కలుపులు తీసుకొని కాస్ట్ తగ్గించుకునే దానికి విత్తనం కాస్ట్ తగ్గించుకునే దానికి బడ్చిప్ మెథడ్ సింగిల్ నెంబర్తో తయారు చేసే ఒక మిషన్ తయారు చేసినాను. అదేవిధంగా మన యూనివర్సిటీ వాళ్ళు స్టార్ట్అప్ కింద నాకు కొంత ఆర్థిక సహాయం చేసిన దానికోసం కకూన్ హార్వెస్టర్ సిరికల్చర్లో ఐ టెక్నాలజీ మైసూర్లో రీసెర్చ్ స్టేషన్లో లేనివి కూడా నా దగ్గర కకూన్ హార్వెస్టర్ కానివ్వండి, జీరో టిల్లేజ్ సిరికల్చర్ కలుపు రేగిన ఆకు పంట చేయడం కానివ్వండి, అన్ని విధాలుగా నా దగ్గర ఐ టెక్నాలజీస్ అంతా ఉన్నాయి. ఇప్పుడు నేను మీకు చెప్పాల్సింది ఏమంటే మెయిన్గా అన్ని టెక్నాలజీస్ ఉన్నాయి. ఇంతవరకు నేనే మార్కెటింగ్ చేయాలా, ఈ మిషన్లతో కంపెనీ పెట్టి నేనే డెవలప్ చేయాలని చెప్పేసి అనుకుంటా ఉంటే ఇప్పుడు నా అదృష్టవశాత్తు మా పిల్లకాయలంతా చదువుకుంటూ బయట దేశాల్లో వెళ్తున్నారు. వాళ్ళు ఎవరు హెల్ప్ చేసే పరిస్థితి లేదు. నా టెక్నాలజీస్ నా దగ్గరే ఉండిపోతే లాభం లేదు. ప్రజలకు వెళ్ళాలా, ప్రపంచంలో ఆ బోర్లో రంధ్రాలు వేసే మిషన్ ఈ రోజు కూడా మా పిల్లకాయలపై బెంగళూరులో పనిచేస్తా ఉన్నారు, తమిళనాడులో కోయంబత్తూరు దగ్గర పోయి పనిచేస్తా ఉన్నారు. టెక్నాలజీ ఎక్కడా లేని నేను సృష్టించినాను. అది ప్రజలు లేకపోయేదానికి ఎవరైనా కొంత ఆర్థిక సహాయం చేసి కంపెనీ వాళ్ళు నాతో హెల్ప్ వస్తే నేనైతే టెక్నాలజీ వాళ్ళకి ఇవ్వగలను. అది ప్రజలకు తీసుకొని పోతే బాగుంటుందని చెప్పి నా మనవి. ఎవరైనా ఆర్థిక సహాయం ఫండింగ్ పెట్టి ముందుకు తీసుకొని వాళ్ళు నాతో వచ్చి కలుసుకుంటే నేను వాళ్ళు కలుసుకొని నా టెక్నాలజీ వాళ్ళకి ఇచ్చి ముందుకు తీసుకుంటే ప్రజలకు మేలు చేద్దామని నా యొక్క కోరిక. ఈ అవకాశం ఇచ్చిన మీకు అందరికీ ధన్యవాదాలు తెలుపుకుంటూ సెలవు తీసుకుంటున్నాను. జై హింద్, జై భారత్.
In Agricultural University, to respond to the questions of the students here, and also thank you for giving your intellect and knowledge by sharing your thought processes in the IT and different other fields. And thank you, Balu Senreddy sir, for giving opportunity for the young students who could think about the startup ecosystem and getting into the programs in Agricultural University. The SVU Incubation Center also, we have a lot of options. You can also explore how we can help. Please come down to Rusa Incubation Center. And I thank the SVU University management for giving all the support in conducting this program. And I thank the electronic media, Visa team, and the volunteers who helped me from the engineering college, Ignite team in specific. And thank you one and all, and let us have a national anthem and close this program. Thank you.
नायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल गंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा, तव शुभ नाम में जागे तब शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तब जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे